Hey, Dennis.
So, hi.
Hey.
Is that your kind of prep?
Not really, I'm done with my prep.
Nice. How you doing, Benny?
Pretty good, how are you? By the way, my stream already began, just letting you know.
Yeah. Awesome. Go and talk about cannibalism.
Sure, see.
And back.
Oh, Benny's here.
Oh,
Hey,
hey.
Benny.
Wait,
You
so
cannot
I
force
needed...
us to join Granada session.
I needed to clarify something. Dennis, did you say you were leaving to go and discuss cannibalization?
Cannibalization.
He went when we started
No,
talking
not like
about it, and,
spoilers,
and then he
we
went.
actually had a
you, and then he went
conversation
back.
about
What the fuck?
cannibalism.
Yep.
Talking about
I'm-
human
Guy is
shit.
suspiciously knowledgeable about
Yeah,
Yep.
because I accidentally said that I need to go eat someone instead of counting.
accidentally.
Cannibalism thing. It was an accident, trust me. But he shut the fuck up.
Totally
I
unrelated
can
to
shoot you and I will
D&D
use
amounts.
Sound guitar in the back. You're apologizing to the world.
Hey, hobo, is Benny still playing the guitar?
Yes. That was his guitar.
Alright, I actually have to get
Flexing.
I'll see you guys.
I'm not
Bye.
playing the
Bye.
guitar. I unmuted myself because I stopped playing the guitar. Why did you mute me again?
Because we hear the guitar.
No,
What do you
I
mean?
swear.
You're the only one in here with that
Communist
power
power.
besides me. Well, the second person just joined. Hi, Agatha.
Hello. We are all in the wrong chat.
Yeah, let's move to
No,
session chat.
No.
You have the power to move them too, you know.
I know. I think I'm going to.
Hello.
They're starting a revolution.
Your revolution fails.
Oh, moved us! The motherfucker moved us!
What the?
I disconnected Oriana.
I'm peaceful right now, so. Fight to the death, DMs.
We are all in general.
Children. absolute.
Wait, what happened? What did you do to us?
Don't you, Benny? I will win in the end.
I did not even notice.
Hey! You're playing a very reckless game because at any moment I could just spam the server images and take the whole thing down.
Wow.
Just putting that out there.
Oh dear.
Hey, Avariana, give that back.
Wait, when?
Avariana,
To learn your lesson.
Avariana.
Okay, have it back. Wow, we're starting this session on a good note.
What happened?
Also, I actually need the fucking channel name to be correct for my Discord overlay.
Yeah.
No, it's general. We're not playing Granada, we're playing general.
Oh, by the way, thanks a lot for giving back my moss.
Moss?
What?
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm not giving you back your moss. You don't
I
deserve
didn't
it.
have my moss this morning.
Oh, right.
I
You
used to
shouldn't have it. You don't deserve it.
Out of context.
You must sacrifice children to the moss before you can have the moss.
Also, I just realized that Maya doesn't actually have a team color. Maya, what team color do you want?
I don't know what that means.
Like, what color do you want your name to be?
Basically, you can be really embarrassing and stupid and have like a moss color, or you can be really cool and
That's
have
the
the
coolest
pink.
color though. It's like homebrewed color, the wholesome color.
Well, what color do you want,
Pink.
Maya?
I didn't get to choose. I just chosen with pink.
Pick a color, Maya.
I mean, I don't really care. Like, I came in with green automatically. It kind of matches my picture.
Alright, I'm gonna put you on the team green. Give you a nicer looking green. How's that?
Don't care.
That's a pretty shitty green, to be honest.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you're the one who made that green, Ariana, so joke's kind of on you.
No, I'm not. Stop trying to twist this. I am 100% sure you made all of the team roles.
No, I made the team rules, but you picked a bunch of the colors after I made them.
No, I didn't. You did all of that. Just
What is
really
with
basic
you two
Discord
today?
colors.
Are you feuding?
What do we do with these teams?
Final note before you start.
Don't know. Ah!
Oh my god.
I'm done. That was the final note. Kicked me.
Everybody, calm down. Everybody, relax. All right.
Get your butts on roll 20.
It's basically just me.
Come on now, people, listen to Mama Maya.
No.
Mama Maya, listen, I'm pretty sure.
Mama
Hold
Maya.
on. Am I the oldest one on the server? I think I am, right?
Probably my amigo.
Don't flex your age on people.
Not the server. I mean, oldest one in this game.
There was Zeller, but
No, yeah, Zeller.
All right, who are we missing? We're missing Dennis. Somebody get Dennis in here.
Dennis!
What? He was
What?
just
Where'd
here.
he
What
go?
happened to him?
Doesn't work like
Yeah,
that.
Oh
You
no,
can't just
where
yell
did he
Dennis.
go?
Oh, Rihanna, what'd you do with
That's all I
him?
know what to do.
Oh no, where did he
I'm going to do my
go?
one. I'll be back.
Oh god.
Okay, hi for this.
Where did he go?
Where's my pen? That's what I need.
Weird. Where could he be?
Why is Ariana muted and deafened? Why was Ariana muted and deafened? Do you do that to yourself?
Benny, I can just kick you.
That wasn't me. That
What
wasn't
is
me.
happening?
I can just kick you, and
That-
I will just kick you.
That actually wasn't me.
Was that Agatha?
I'm back.
Oh. You couldn't even
Nah,
defend yourself.
I hate you.
What the fuck is happening?
What is this?
Chaos!
Alright,
Is this a new type of game
alright.
we're
We're gonna stop and just like play D&D.
So confused.
I am so confused as well.
I am confusion.
Go shoot a
Confusion.
I made all of you miss the start of the session. A mission accomplished.
Oh, bitch.
Well, I mean, given the fact that I dictate when the start of the session is, no, nobody's missed it yet.
Oh my! Everybody, what the?
This is driving.
We're basically Hydra. You kick one, you get two back.
KJ.
Oh,
Welcome to the
no.
madness that is today.
Actually, I want more. Had one back.
Wait for it. You got one back. Okay, I'll fix this. Don't worry. Damn it! I can't join on my phone and on my PC at the same time.
No, you can't.
Obviously not.
Obviously.
I didn't know about that. You can do that in TeamSpeak. I figured you might be able to do this in Discord. Anyway, we are going to begin. Let me just make sure everything is set up the way that I want it to be.
It's not.
Who is pinging on my splash screen?
I don't know what that is.
The screen that is.
Oh wow.
Okay, let's see. Who was this? That was...
Pretty sure it's the screen that he splashes.
Was that Agatha that drew that smiley face?
Also, I'm not in the game, so.
Navid takes 1 point of psychic damage.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. But I'm not going to be kidding from this point onwards, because ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beginning of session 2 of Granada. Or specifically, Adventures in Granada.
Dennis, I own the fucking server. You don't want to play this game.
What's happening? Alright, enough of
You don't want to play this fucking game, Dennis.
enough with the
Yes.
enough with all the ridiculous shenanigans. We're gonna get into our session.
I'm just simply gonna.
Averiana.
You started this shit.
What year were you born in?
I don't know. I don't know numbers.
Averiana, get him back.
I can't force him to come back.
No, but you
He made a
can.
decision to leave.
You can add him until he comes back in.
You are witnessing the social hierarchy of this server. Dude, see my brains.
Me on top, but it's not very stable.
Sent into madness.
Descent into madness.
Does he even know that he's been disconnected?
Don't think
No,
it
I
does.
think he's just talking about himself to no one.
Oh gosh. Just like the four of you guys fighting and we're just all sitting here like,
Let's grab some
Did you even
popcorn.
notice that you were disconnected?
No, he was talking about
it was
himself.
quiet, so I started playing the guitar. Also, point proven.
I don't know what point was proven, and honestly, I'm not gonna ask. So,
the dominant.
so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to session 2 of Adventures in Granada. Last week, your
Oh, no.
characters met at Baronstone's house. From that point onwards, you also proceeded to meet his children, or more specifically his wards. You understood what task he had for you and wanted you to consider completing for him. He discussed payment and gave out the initial payment, in all cases bar 1. And you have 3 days on your own at the manor, for which most of the days your plans have been set in stone. As you guys arise on your first morning in the manor, I'm just going to jump right into it. Party, what would you like to do?
So, if I remember correctly, we've got a couple of days of downtime before shit
Not
happens.
particularly downtime. It is a couple days to decide.
Except your shift of Albert shadowing,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, so Albert's going to be shadowing each one of you separately, and I'm going to go down the line and see who remembers when their shift is. So, Shainari, do you remember when your shift is?
The second day?
Second day, correct. You are going out hunting, and do you remember who's
Yes.
going with you?
Oh no, I didn't remember anyone coming with me. Other than the boy.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. Odessa, do you remember when your shift is?
this morning, like right
Yep. Right now. So we'll get to that in just a second. Riker?
At night today, right?
At night today is correct. Elrona?
Does it matter?
Yes. Also, this is your inner voice asking, not an NPC.
Does anything matter?
It feels like nothing even matters in
Elrona.
this old world. And I think it's the third day.
There is no third
No,
day.
the fourth day.
There is
the
no
fifth day.
fourth day.
Sixth day?
Elrona!
Oh, I know. It's 1 month away.
El... I'm gonna start rolling for psychic damage in a second.
Rudy, can you just tell him? Rooney, answer him.
I'm gonna roll a d4 for psychic
Second day.
Second day. And what are you supposed to do on the second day?
Evening, and I'm supposed to play music and expose him to dangerous adults.
In the second part, not so
Don't
much.
say he's a
but-
kid. Don't fucking say that.
Yeah, he's a...
Wrong on all levels.
Well, to be
It's
fair,
so
he's not a minor anymore. He's like a very young
good.
adult.
Oh,
Alright.
When he was like
he's young.
12.
Navit?
Jeez.
I think it's second day evening.
That is correct as well. Kimarus?
I'm pretty sure it's today afternoon.
And what are you supposed to do? Do you remember?
Yeah, shopping.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
And Erika?
Was going with Kamaris and I think one more to go shopping.
Well, you're supposed to go shopping with Kimaris today, and Navit, what you are going to do is you are the one who's going with Shay during the day, so that Navit and Shay are going to be bringing him hunting, and then Navit has something with him after that as well. So, the morning comes to you, and Odessa.
Yes. Do you actually want me to give a sermon?
It's up to you. How do you want to do this?
So we're in the breakfast room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I'll just sit down with.
Well, no. You're not in the breakfast room
What?
because I just did this. He's coming to your door.
Oh, what? Okay. I'll open it for him. Please, come in and sit down.
Right. So, I remember what you said. I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to be doing.
Well, you're supposed to be shadowing each of us, and I suppose that means you'll be trying to learn something valuable from us individually.
No, I get that part, but what are we supposed to be doing now? You said something about a sermon?
Well, would you feel it's valuable for you to learn about my faith?
I guess so, yeah.
Well, what do you know about Asaran or his followers?
Next to nothing, to be honest. I know that you specifically are what Father calls a Weltstricker, but I don't know what that means or any of.
Well, Velstricker is simply a position in Asaran's clergy. Well, let me ask you, what do you think is retribution?
Like, justice meted out to those who do evil, is what I think. I feel like retribution is a force that causes people to receive their comeuppance for actions that they've committed.
Yes, you're half right. Retribution is a form when someone does evil, their evil deeds should be repaid with evil in equal measure. But the other side of retribution is justice, and justice can be meted out with good deeds as well. When someone does good, like your father does, for example, their good deeds should be repaid in kind with good. And that is when evil deeds are unrepaid or good deeds are left unseen in the shadows, unrepaid. This forms an injustice in the world, an imbalance This imbalance is what we followers of Asteron seek to correct. The world lies on a balance, and we seek to maintain it.
Right. So over the next, I will say that this entire process takes about an hour or two. You begin to teach him about the teachings of Asaran and who the Vilshika are, what you do, and you bring him through some of your morning routines. I will say,
Yeah,
go
I'll
ahead
actually
and...
show him my book as well. So I'll show him like some instances of like justice that I've meted out from the front of the book, and as well as vengeance from the back of the book that I've recorded.
Are you showing him unabridged versions, like uncensored versions?
I mean, like, I'll find a more child-friendly version to show him.
Okay, fair enough. Then I want you to make 2 checks. So maybe make a religion check, and then make a charisma check.
Okay. Religion is 10.
Religion is 10, got it?
Charisma is a nat 20.
Charisma's a nat 20, wow,
Hey.
well done. Also, let me look for my pen.
Plus
really
4.
quick.
24.
Okay, give me a second. There it is. Okay. Let me just take that down really quick. Your religion was a flat 10?
Yep.
And your charisma was a 24?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So, later in the day, after lunch, Kimaris, you hear a knock on your door.
Radio. Well, can I get up and walk over to the door and open it?
I believe I'm supposed to be out with you today.
Right.
Sorry, I don't remember your name, unfortunately.
It's Kamaris.
There we go. I just remembered you as the blue one.
Well, I'm only head blue. I've got red arm, black arm, white leg, green leg.
That must be very confusing for you.
Not really. It's just color.
I'm just going to roll with it for now.
Yeah.
I believe we're supposed to be heading out with someone else, yes?
I think so. I don't remember who wanted to go shopping.
Oh, it was me.
No, as you get, see now Eric comes around the corner.
All right, and let's go to the shops then.
What exactly are we trying to procure?
I'm trying to get me some alchemy stuffs.
Right. And what about yourself? Erica?
Well,
You're kind of soft.
oh, sorry. Just browsing for now. You know, trying to find something interesting.
Right.
And also setting up.
Right.
Come on.
Well, in terms of alchemy, Mr. Kamaris, there's ooh, let me think. What kind of alchemy specifically are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for alchemy kits and some ingredients, I suppose.
Right, alchemy kits, ingredients. Let's see here. I think Helga's Herbals might be the best place to go to then.
Ah, sounds delightful.
Well, it's a little far from here, but let me get my pack. I'll be right with you. Okay, so after about 10 minutes, he comes back. He's got his pack on, and it is a 20-minute walk to Helga's Herbals. It seems like he's been there before, but it's not a place he quite frequents. As you approach through the thoroughfare to the front of this little shop, it's got 2 glass windows on either side, a central, decent, medium-sized door. It's a wooden door, fairly simple, just a simple wooden sign out front. Herbals, and it seems like if you're in the know, you would know that this is Helga's Herbals. Otherwise, it's just some generic herbal shop. Would you like to enter?
I'll just fucking walk in.
Okay. You walk in and no one at the counter. You look around, there's a bunch of jars of things all around. There's few plants. In certain areas, you see some what look like tinctures and ointments and tonics behind the counter. Some of the liquefied sections of different plants. Seems fairly simple.
I don't know what I need, but Kamaris is proficient with alchemy equipment, so I'll just whatever like stuff that he recognizes or things that he would reckon could be used for potion making or ointments and stuff like that he would begin grabbing.
Okay. You're grabbing this from him, and Erica, what are you doing?
We'll actually go to the counter and ask, would you possibly have a empty vial?
You need to pay attention, buddy. I said there's nobody at the counter.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Would there be like a bell or something?
You don't see a bell, no, but you do see a back room that's behind the counter, doors open, but there's no way for you to get there without jumping over the counter.
I would knock like fairly hard on the counter to make like a knocking sound, and not yell, but proclaim. Yeah, like talk in a high voice, like, anybody here?
One second. One second. Coming out. And you see shortly after this little gnome woman kind of pops out. You see like a set of stairs that come up from behind the counter up to the countertop. And she walks up and she goes, yes, how can I help you? And then she looks over at Kimara, sees you grabbing a bunch of stuff, like, I see you're already helping yourself. Make sure to bring this over to the counter to get counted, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah.
I was wondering, would you have an empty vial for me to purchase?
Yes, but how many do you want?
Well, 1, 2, maybe.
I sold them in sets of 10.
How much would that cost me?
It's a silver per 10. Takes a while for me to blow them.
Deal.
Okay, how many do you want? 10?
Yeah.
She hands you 10 and waits for a silver.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Ah, Albert. I didn't see you there. See Albert just kind of like from behind you, just kind of give a slight nod, but he seems to be fairly focused on what you are doing, Kamaris. Kamaris, after a while, you seem to have gotten enough materials that you would consider one alchemist supplies set. And as you bring it all to the table, she kind of looks through each item, just lifting it up, turning it over. Getting a bit into alchemy, are we?
Oh, I've been into alchemy for a long while. You had to get into it when you work at a brewery for the majority of your life.
Still, it seems like you're grabbing a bunch of basic equipment. You've been into alchemy for a while. How come you don't have any of this on you?
Well, I didn't really think too far ahead. I had my chance to leave home. I hopped on, and I had some money on me, and I was like, oh, I'll just buy the rest of the stuff. Then my dad took all my money before I left.
Cut off from Daddy's trust fund, have you?
Well, I've been cut off since Daddy's trust fund since I was a kid.
That's fair. Well, this will cost you 50 gold.
Alright, well, do I have 50 gold? I'm pretty sure that's what I've been paid.
Check if you have 50
yeah,
gold.
I'll hand him 5 platinum.
Okay, so it's a woman, but the entire kit of alchemist supplies is 50 gold. You can go ahead and add that to your character in D&D Beyond. It's 1 times alchemist supplies. That being said, I do want you to take note that the alchemist supplies 50 gold allows you to create alchemical components, but if you want to craft potions of healing, which for you would cost a lot of money, would be a herbalism kit, not alchemist supplies.
Yeah, no, I've got alchemist supplies, love.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm not looking to make potions. I'm looking to make acids and tonics and things like that.
Yeah, that's correct then. That's alchemist supplies. Alright then, can I help you with anything else? You've picked up the supplies, but you don't really have any particular specialist ingredients. You can, with what you've picked out, you can get away with making simple tinctures and ointments, but if you want to make anything more specialized, you're going to need some more expensive materials there.
Would I know what it would take to make like an alchemist fire?
Alchemist fire? You can make a small alchemist fire with what you currently have, the alchemist supply. It would be like a 5 foot by 5 foot area, so like 1 square. But the thing is that if you want like a larger AoE, then you're going to need like specialist items. For example, you would want maybe
that's what I'm asking,
red
like, how much
dragon
would I-
wormling tongue, or you would want something like a maybe a salamander skin, salamander hide, stuff like that. She does point you, like as you mentioned this, she points you to a few items that she has that would go for alchemist fire, but the cheapest one, which is salamander hide, goes for 125 gold.
Right. I think I'll just say, nah, it's not too dear in the pocket right now, but I'm sure I'll fix that soon enough.
Yep.
This'll do me for now. Much
By the way,
appreciated.
I'm gonna go out of game just for a second to say that this is the first time we're encountering this in Adventures. I alluded to this back in Legends of Granada, but I removed it from the game because we ran out of time. But this is basically how the crafting system is gonna work. So if you guys fight a creature, you get some loot from it, you can carve it or skin it Monster Hunter style. And if you bring its parts back to an alchemist or a herbalist or a tanner, you can refine those parts to then be used in the creation of items, or in this case, the creation of consumables. So for example, alchemist fire. Let's say you fight a salamander, you can take its hide, you can take its tongue, you can have those parts refined, or if one of you is trained in refining, which you can become, you can refine those parts yourself and then use them to create like a potion of greater alchemist fire, which is a 15 by 15 area. So it's like it's simple stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. I think Kamaris he's happy with his alchemist supplies.
Okay. All right. So
He would speak to Eric though. Kind of just before we head out.
Go ahead.
So Eric, you're a wild man, you know. You
Yeah.
go out in the woods and such. You collect stuff. You know about any good poisonous herbs out in the area here? Might
Would I?
find them.
Eric, make a nature check.
Yes, sir. 10.
10. This is out of your area of expertise. You've been here for a while, but this is not where you grew up. You grew up in a more tropical area. So because that the colder climate, the temperate climate, plants here are not that great. You know of one poisonous plant, but it doesn't grow anywhere near here. It's out near Black Frost Cave.
Would I know the name of it?
Yes, it would be... One second. I actually have this written down here.
Well, you see, there's a plant called 1 second.
Oh, well, interestingly enough, it's not that far off, because the plant's name, it's Second Thimble.
Second thimble.
Second Thimble.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. Well, I know about one plant. It's called Second Thimble, and it's located far from here, but in the region near Black Frost Cave. I stumbled upon it before, but I haven't really gotten my hands dirty with it.
It's a type of cactus slash fern. It grows on trees, but at the same time, like it kind of grows where you'd expect a fern, but the leaves are kind of thin, sharp, needly. That's why it's called like it's kind of like a thimble. Basically, it's like a small round spot covered in these little spikes.
Yeah, Eric would say that.
Oh, that's a shame. I was just looking for more localized stuff so I could begin brewing right away. It's always handy to have some poisons in your pocket.
Well, Kamaris, you would know where Black Frost Cave is since you've been there.
Oh yeah, I've been there before. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Would
thinking
I know,
like how long would it take me to get there from here? I didn't want to like go out like on a day's expedition on my own. I wanted to know if it was like at most like a couple hour journey to like a.
She does have
swamp or
Second
something.
Thimble on sale, so she has Second Thimble extract and the Second Thimble plant itself. The plant is about 50 platinum, but the extract, like one vial of the extract, is about like 75 to 80 plat. Sorry,
Jesus,
75 to 80
expensive.
gold. My mistake. 75 to 80
Yeah,
gold.
plat was like Jesus. That's like
Sorry.
as much as.
Would we know the potency?
Potency, not particularly potent, but
Can I roll like a knowledge check to see if I know roughly how poisonous it could be?
You're an alchemist. I would say roll a intelligence check with advantage.
Intelligence, okay. It's 15.
15. You would you know that it's a acute poison, so it's a short term. It's non-lethal, but it is partially immobilizing.
Okay, that's useful.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in my knowledge, and I'll get out my notebook and write down that that kind of thing is out by Black Frost.
Yep.
And then I'm satisfied. I'll just kind of examine the shops nearby and then make my way back home.
Okay, so over this period, you've already made a nature check. Erica, I'm going to use that as yours. Kimaris, I want you to make a charisma check for me. Flat charisma.
My charisma? Okay. That's a 17.
17. Total?
Total.
Okay. Kimaris. Charisma. 17. This was shopping. Well, it wasn't window shopping, it was actual shopping. Okay. Okay then. As you guys return to the compound, evening comes. And Riker, while you're having your dinner, you notice that Albert comes up to you kind of expectantly.
Oh, is it time for me to show you some stuff, Albert?
Yes, I just got done with Kamaris and Eric, and honestly, that was a bit of an experience. I'm hoping for someone a bit more normal, and I figure you are.
Kamaris is strange.
Quite.
I don't understand. I can show you some of my creations in my room if you want.
Yes, that would indeed be excellent. I heard you were a doctor.
Yeah.
For the
I've
military.
designed a few things to help. Yeah.
What have you designed over the years?
I'll pull like one of the syringes that I have out of my bag.
The syringes, nice. Okay.
I made, and then I'll show them like the runes on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
At night, I'll make a like concoction of stuff. It's kind of, and then imbue magic into it, and
kind of like a stim, basically, like a stim pack.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just how I explain it for.
Gotcha. Are you actually gonna try it on him?
Well, he's not hurt, is he?
He's not hurt, but I mean, if you're making a stim pack,
I'll ask him if he wants to. Try this one.
I'm gonna roll a d20
Want to sample the good kid?
to see. Well, I said in my mind, even he says no, Artie says yes, and I rolled a 17, so he says yes.
Then yeah, I'll just lightly do it.
Okay, so you hit him
I
with a
won't, like,
stim.
jab it into it.
I want you to make a 1 second. Let me hear. Alright, showing off inventions. I want you to make a intelligence check and a wisdom check.
It's just check.
Just a check.
And then check wisdom.
Yeah, intelligence and then wisdom. Also, I really need my D2.
Oh, that's not good.
Did you say D2?
Well, it's just a coin. Those of you who, I don't think I've shown this to anyone, but I've hoped before. But Avengers Endgame fan event, when I went to the premiere, they give you these Endgame coins. It's a really heavy coin. It's pretty cool. This is gonna be my D2.
Cool.
It's heads. It's tails.
Nice.
The intelligence check was a 7, but the wisdom one was an 18.
Intelligence check 7, wisdom 18. Got it. You know what?
Alright.
I'll let you make the intelligence advantage. I should have done that from the get-go. That was my bad.
Do you want me to roll another one, or?
Yeah, roll another intelligence check, yeah.
21.
Okay, much better. You don't outright damage this poor child with a 7 maximum HP. Wisdom 17. The stim pack was used. Okay, so as you get close to him, so you first get your intelligence check of 7 and you're like, yeah, this is fine, I've done this correctly, and you bring it close until just before you hit him, you're like, wait, hold on, this is like a high concentration. So you pour quite a bit out of the syringe, and then you dilute it with some saline solution, and then you hit him, and he feels quite an interesting surge of energy for a short period of time, and then he seems fairly impressed by what you've shown him.
Sick.
Well done. Okay, so for those who weren't with Albert today, is there anything you guys want to accomplish in your 1-day downtime?
Yeah, I want to get to know the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you gonna
If
do for
possible.
that?
I'm pretty sure-
Wait, okay.
No, you go first.
Well, actually,
So,
before you go,
I guess-
I want to know what Eric does, and then we'll go. So, what does Eric want to do?
Well, I was going to say that Eric would probably have tried to small talk with Chimaris during the shop, or at least on the trip home.
Okay, so we'll go with Odessa first, because
Yeah.
Odessa's home. But more importantly, I want to know about the people who are not interacting with Albert at all today. So people like Shay, Elrona, Navid. Also, who is that? That's just like making that noise.
Spraying something?
Yeah, who is that?
Silence now.
Oh, Ariana has muted herself. Was it her?
Oh,
Okay. All right. So I want to hear from Elrona. I want to hear from Shinari,
No, I've
and
been muted for like half an hour. It's not me.
okay, and I want to hear from Navid. I want to know what you guys are doing to pass the day today.
I just want to say that if I'm going to talk to the rest, I will try and ask Shay if she wants to come along, because I know she's been kind of lonely, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. We'll get to that in a second. But besides that, Shay, Elrona, Navid, what are you guys doing today?
How long again was the trek to the Black Frost Cave?
No, that's a couple days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a couple days. On horseback, it's a whole day. Not on horseback, it's 2.5 days.
Damn. Okay. I don't know what she would do then. I guess just try to socialize with everybody.
Okay.
If she can't go hunt in her normal spot right now.
Okay. What about Navid and Shinar? Sorry, and Elrona.
Navid would probably try to design like a fake business card for most of something like that.
Okay. And Elrona?
She's still muted.
Averiana. Eva.
She's in a deep depression right now.
Eva.
She doesn't want to talk to anybody.
Wow.
I'm like, what's going on?
I was yelling at you. I was like, well, what are you doing during the day when everybody else is talking to Albert?
Nothing.
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 You know what?
Literal nothing.
That's very
Staring at a
in
wall.
character. Okay, so we're gonna get to Odessa.
Yeah.
Odessa, you said you wanted to drag Shay out and go socialize. Who are you going to see?
I'm not dragging her, I'm asking her. And, so for Elrona and Navid, are you guys doing your nothing and business card designing in like the common areas or in your rooms?
No,
I
she's
think
locked in
in
her
common-
room under a blanket.
Navid is like a common area.
I would talk to Navid and I won't bother the mopey one.
Yeah, don't bother her when she's crying.
I'll talk to Elrona at dinner, I guess.
Okay.
Will Shay
No,
come
she
along?
doesn't come to dinner.
Oh no.
Will Shay come along?
Maya.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. What are you asking me?
Would you go along with them
Uh,
to socialize?
With
Yeah,
Navid.
sure.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Shay
So I
comes
guess I'll
along,
see
but
you,
she's
like-
on
like
her
doing
phone
something-
texting.
Navid and oh god. I'll just ask like, oh, what have you got there?
Nothing important. Just a hobby
Oh,
of
if it's
mine.
private, then forgive me. I don't mean to pry.
Oh, don't worry.
By the way, Navid, make a performance check to see how good it's coming out.
Alright. Hold on, let me just check what's my bonus. 10.
It's halfway there. It's an insult to Agatha.
Can you describe what you're like doing? I wanna, like, what do I see?
Just like, fancy text. You see like on one page you see like multiple like text. I can't talk. Sorry. I need to double check my notes. So
Like,
you
are
see.
you writing your name on? Oh.
No, you see text. Zodiacs, relics, and magic items, written in multiple different like fonts. And on the other page, you see like one chosen font, and like some decorative stuff around it.
What does it say again?
Zodiacs, relics, and magic items.
Oh.
It's just a hobby of mine. I like to design these.
Oh, it looks very nice.
Oh, thank you.
So, about this mission, are you planning on accepting, or have you not decided yet?
I mean, if there's money involved, then sure, why not?
Fair enough. Well, I guess we'll be working together then.
Yeah.
Me and my compatriots have also decided to accept.
Well, I hope that's good, of course.
Well, sure. Well, I suppose we should try to get to know each other a little better. May I ask where you are from?
I'm from not far away, actually. Just like more south.
Oh, you're local.
Well,
I'm from
local
south
to the
too.
continent, more like.
Whereabouts south? I'm from the very southmost point of this continent, Karanis.
Oh, well, like, I haven't been like in my hometown for a while. I don't know if it even exists anymore.
Oh, you've been traveling for quite a bit then.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you like it?
Traveling my town.
Traveling.
I enjoy it. It's quite nice to see new faces, new sights.
Like adventure, I suppose.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh well, I won't bother you. I'll leave you to it.
Have fun, whatever you're planning to do.
It's nothing actually.
Well, have fun.
Right.
At this time, Eric, you wanted to ask Kimara something on the way back as you guys are heading back with Albert?
Yeah. So, Kimaris, I was wondering. I've been traveling with Navid for some time, and he was the first half devil person I met. And the second one was demon kid that attacked me.
Right.
And you're the third one. So
Right.
I was wondering, what's a normal half demon person?
Well, I don't think there really is one. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's your normal, brand variety tiefling, which is,
Before you
some,
continue, Kimaris, make a religion check.
Religion? I have only a +1 on that.
Tiefling! Tiefling! It's called
That's
tiefling.
a natural 20.
Natural 20? Okay.
God, I love my red
He's
dice.
been calling you half demon, and you do remember that for devil, being called a demon is like one of the worst insults.
Oh, right. So the moment you call Kamaris a half demon, he fucking looks at you. Says, fucking excuse me?
Oh, sorry. It's tiefling, isn't it?
Yeah, tiefling, but what the fuck did you just say? Half what? Half what?
Demon, I guess.
Slaps you.
Bludgeoning damage.
I'm not.
I guess
I'm
I
not some
stepped on a
fucking
social
dirty
taboo.
demon. I don't fucking go around to someone's house, rip out their fucking appendix, then shove it up my own goddamn arse. I'm a
I
fucking
see.
devil. It's a difference.
I'm truly sorry. As
Yeah.
I was wondering, because I haven't really met Tiefling before.
Alright, then I can forgive you then. Alright?
Thank you.
Now, learn. But don't, if you ever go to where I'm from, don't ever call anyone a fucking demon. Or else they will rip your soul out, shove it in a jar, and then drink it.
Ah. Good to know.
Oh yeah, isn't the kid still with us?
Albert's just kind of like a bit further back now, just kind of like looking at whether you're like, what the actual fuck.
Look back at him. Important lesson here: never call a devil a demon, or else you will never forget. You will. Oh god, you will.
He
Oh,
hastily
God,
starts scribbling down in his book.
Point taken. Second question.
Yeah.
I noticed that people looked at David as he had a weird skin color for being a tiefling.
Well, he was probably, I don't know, succubus, incubus.
I'm curious. You.
Yeah.
Why do you have 5 different colors?
Oh, well, 5 different colors. Well, my dad was a bit weird. Do you know a guy called Gimir?
Oh yes, one of the.
No, wait. Make a history. This is not that long ago. Make a history check.
Oh, sorry. Oh fuck. Okay, 9. Would you know?
9. It rings a bell, but you're not sure.
Oh, it was one of the Granada ones, right? The one.
Wait, no. What do you mean Granada ones? You guys live in a world.
Fucking.
What did we call it again?
Yeah, what did we call? What did we end up calling them?
1 second. Why is? 1 second, guys. I just need to check something.
All right.
Why is I just realized that a bunch of people don't have. Oh my goodness! I just realized something.
What?
When the server died, the permissions got fucked.
Okay.
What do you mean?
So that's why you guys can't post in adventures.
It's
No, I
it's
thought
fixed
No,
now.
that was
No,
done
sorry,
by-
Rihanna.
No, I know. I'm looking at the I as in
Oh no,
that's
I took the admin permissions away because it pisses me off.
no. What happened to adventures? Because I'm looking at the logs, the server logs, and it says, what is I don't know what this ID is, but something changed it so that nobody could post in adventures.
So we have a second
Well, that's probably
legacy
because
set now.
Agatha ticked off the thing in adventures.
Okay, fair enough. So it's not fucky. It's fine.
It's fine now.
It's
yeah.
fine now. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just
I
worried
was
because
just
like
messing with the permissions. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
no worries. Because I think when you change something in the permissions, I can't see that it's you because in the server log it just it's giving me like a string
Yes, I'm a
changed
god.
permission. Okay, fair enough. All right, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Oh, wasn't it one of the heroes, Manik's friends?
I mean, I assume so. Yeah.
Oh, I heard
So-
great tales of the Manic.
Yeah. So he got a bit freaky, with Tiamat. So
Who's Tiamat?
It's Dragon Lady.
Just brush over that real quick.
I mean, like you
A
told
real
him
dragon?
like don't. Yeah, like remember you told like not to talk about Tiamat, so he just bare minimum.
That's true.
No, the best part is you're not even supposed to mention the name. At this point, Albert's taking furious notes.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's fine.
On the record.
Yeah. So my dad got a bit weird with her. She gave him like a weird arm, and he could turn to a dragon, which was cool. He did it a couple of times. Like we used to fly on his back. Oh, shit was great. Yeah. Then they did the whole spider bitch incident. That's how he referred to Rolf, something like that. No, I know it is. Because
right, okay.
Gilmer would only refer to Rolf as spider bitch. Yeah, so the whole spider thing incident, and then he went, where I'm from, did it with my ma, and then I came out.
Whoa. So have you met the Manic?
Have I met the Manic? I don't think so.
1 second.
I don't.
No. You've
Well,
not.
I mean, that really depends on who
You've
goes
not
to
met
the-
any of the legends.
I was so confused. Doesn't Maddie have like
Not even Gilbert.
have an annual barbecue
Not
at
even
his
his
house?
dad?
No, I met my dad. Yeah, so no, Manic. I heard he was orc, big, hit a dwarf with a cat or cat and dwarf.
Yeah, my tribe have taught me about him.
Oh, all right.
He's the greatest hero in history.
Well, calm it there.
He saved the planet
Whoa, calm down there. I mean,
single-handedly.
Oh no, fuck it now. My dad was there. My dad was.
I heard
dragon.
stories when he killed space monsters and a kraken.
Okay, I just want to cut it really quick and retcon that last few minutes because you rolled a 9 on your history check.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying you don't know a lot for the following.
You know the name Manic.
Yeah.
And you know who's involved in the calamity. You don't know shit beyond that.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's funny. I'll give you that. It was funny.
Yeah. So, my dad, he kind of was there and not. He helped Zenny with getting his bar all sorted up, and then he left for a while, come back for a while, left for a while, come back for a while, and yeah.
Whoa.
And then I got bored of staying, in my place, and most of my brothers had gone anyway. Abaddon left, Balam left, Chemosh, most of them buggered off. Ma actually wasn't too keen with me, pissing off us either. But I wanted to go, so I came, and then Dad kicked me out, took all my money, and then just was like, "Have fun."
Albert reaches the end of his first notebook and pulls out a second one.
That's a lot of names that I don't know.
If you write this in a book, I want like a 20% profit margin there.
It's just for me.
You must be really powerful.
I mean, I've not done much other than drink, work in a bar. Yeah, that's about it.
I meant to ask you, when you came to save us, you seemed to hurt yourself.
Oh yeah. Wanna see?
Well, no. But, I guess the reason why I brought that up is because you just mentioned that you have blood from.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the moment he says that, Kimura's fucking stabs his thumb claw into his palm, begins to bleed in it, and then lightning begins to spark off his hand.
Oh, Eric becomes giddy.
Eric is afraid of blood. No, Albert says, it's very not necessary, but thank you for showing it to me. I just wanted to bring it up that, well, you mentioned you have the blood of the skilled tyrant.
You heard? Yeah.
Wouldn't channeling that blood make this, and he points to your hand that's bleeding, a lot easier and make your powers more potent, and you wouldn't have to harm yourself as much anymore, would you?
Ha. Say that again, just slowly.
Wouldn't channeling the power in your blood, since you seem to use your blood for power, if you channeled the part of your blood that was draconic, wouldn't you be able to hurt yourself less and draw out more power than you normally would?
I never thought of that. I'm gonna try and just look at my other hand and begin to think real hard.
Yeah.
Make a in your case charisma check.
Yay, charisma.
Erica, what's your passive perception?
Oh, that's pretty good. It's 18.
18. Okay. you start to feel some you're blood maledict, right? Specifically your crimson right? Your crimson right, as you are feeling the blood kind of flow through your hand in your right hand where you just crushed it and you felt some lightning effect coming out of it. You look in your left hand and you're like, you start to feel like there's a potential. You're not going to be able to do it now, but you start to see kind of patterns in the magic that flows through your blood to the point where there's probably a lot more that you could do with this, but just for the time being, you think that if you tried enough, you could probably get the lightning to surge not just in one of your hands, but both at the same time with a single application.
Wow. You're a fucking smart kid. I like it. I like him. He's smart. I like him.
Erica, what's your passive perception?
15.
Okay.
He's rolling so big, I don't like this.
Erica, does a 13 hit you?
No.
No. Okay. So while you guys are all looking at Kimaris' hands, out of nowhere you see a shadow swoop down onto where you guys are. Seems to be going for Erica, but veers away at the last second and goes off into the distance. Seems to be a flight, like a flying creature of some sort.
Would Eric have been able to do an attack of opportunity? Well,
You
No.
don't see it though.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was because of the fact that it was flying, it was moving too fast. All of you do see it. It just misses you slightly because you just dodge out of the way at the very last second. Seems to have been dark colored, and you don't see it anymore as it just darts off into the distance.
Fuck was that?
I don't know, but my elf senses were tingling.
Oh my god! You know what? For that, take 3 points of psychic damage.
What is it? Is that a fucking
Kimaris,
bird?
what it was?
What I don't think so.
You guys didn't get a good look.
Dark and flying.
Bird.
Yeah.
I'm assume bird.
A raven.
Make a perception check when you're looking around for it, both of
I
you.
don't have high perception. Okay. That's a 3.
Could I also?
Yeah, I said both of you.
Okay. My elf I see as
I'm gonna roll so hard right now.
15.
15. Still don't see it.
Ah.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So this time, as you guys are looking in the direction in which it went, so it comes from the east, and then after it missed you, it went to the south, and all of you turn to the south and you're looking for it. And then this time, it seems to come directly from above and from the north, and hits you right in the back. You take 3 points of piercing damage as 2 sets of talons just sink right into you, and you guys see this massive, larger than you've ever seen before, dark feathered bird just looking at you with these white glowing eyes, then releases its claws on you, flies away. No opportunity attack.
What
the fuck?
Inside?
No, we're outside. We're walking back from the shop.
Okay. What
I look-
the hell?
I look at the boy. Is that fucking normal?
Did I
no.
get a good look at like the bird?
You did get a pretty good look at it. I will describe it to you in just a second. Let me pull it up. I have it here somewhere.
That's bad. It was magnificent.
Fuck! He just stabbed you. With its claws.
So make a nature check, Dennis.
Okay. That's 15.
15. It was a crow larger than any crow you've ever seen before, and it had these 2 glowing white eyes that seemed quite intent on you specifically.
never seen a crow that large before.
So it targeted Eric specifically?
Yeah. And it seemed like it was fixated on him.
Why the fuck is there a bird after you?
I don't know. I might smell of bird feed.
What?
Well, I'm sticky with sap, and I'd probably rolled in some nuts or something.
Did you fucking piss off some forest god or some bullshit like that?
No, never.
And so you guys are keeping on guard for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour. Doesn't seem like it's coming back to it. Yeah, it's not coming to attack again.
Yeah.
It doesn't come to attack again. It seems to have left this locale.
Fucking what? Why are you so fucking obsessed with the thing that stabbed you? It's like, oh, some fucking guy went down the bloke, grabbed me a fucking purse and stabbed me in the kidney. I was like, oh, what a beautiful sight.
Well, in my culture, we really appreciate the birds. They bring fertile seeds to our lands.
Your fucking culture's weird.
Like I can
appreciate.
Are you the one to complain about background?
No.
Apparently?
I can appreciate, the whole, bringing fertile shit to the land or whatever. But the whole, oh, the bird just stabbed me. It's fine. I don't get that.
Well, a bird. I'm too large for the bird to think me as a prey. It probably was agitated because we're probably near its nest.
I mean, I worship dragons, but if a dragon fucking, stole my gold or breathed fire on me, I'd still be pissed at it.
Well, it's still an animal, and animals are fantastic beings that only act on instinct.
Tree hugger Erica.
Hippie.
So after a while, after you guys are pretty sure it's not gonna attack you anymore, you guys head back. And I'm going to say that that's pretty much all the events that happened for the night. As you guys return for dinner, around dinner time, all of you are again together in the same room. If there's anything you guys would like to do, and this is after, well after Albert has had his session with Riker. So if there's anything you guys want to do before you head to the night on your first day, now's the time.
Wouldn't Odessa try to speak with us?
Say what?
Wouldn't Odessa try to socialize with us?
Odessa is trying to socialize with you guys, yeah.
Just making small talk over dinner.
Okay.
Are you guys not gonna mention the crazy bird?
Oh no, I was gonna say Kamaris would have lock all your fucking windows because it's a crazy bird stabbing people. His exact words.
You guys got in a fight with the bird?
No, I didn't get in a bird. Flew down, stabbed him, and he was like, "What a beautiful creature! I've been blessed."
This bird had a knife.
Well, no, it's
stabbed him
claws.
Well, it has
I can stab you with my claws.
I mean, he got attacked by a tree earlier on, so.
What the?
What's
fucking wrong with
the
you?
tree's territory.
It doesn't seem that nature favors you very much.
But I favor nature.
It's a one-sided relationship. That's
Toxic relationship.
Nature.
Alas, nature was the goddess that gave me life.
She's trying to end up taking away from you, apparently.
Doesn't fucking like you. She wants to abort you.
Oof.
Well,
Too real.
Well, are you
Got
sure
too real.
no one's put a curse on you or something? Erica?
Oh right, you're an elf. Yeah.
Yeah, half.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow. Well, I can't see any reason for it.
Oh, you seem like a nice person.
Thank you. You too. I wonder what's happening. The nature seems to be in disorder.
Riker, are you at the dinner table listening to this conversation?
Yeah, I was about to talk, but there's stuff going on in the background of my house, so...
No worries.
Eric, are you still injured?
Yeah, my back is bleeding.
Do you mind if I...
You're black
Oh,
again!
Your back is bleeding.
It's like shoot
I love the idea of just him getting stabbed by this bird, walking into the dining room, smells food, sits down, bleeding on like this magical surge, and just like Riker comes over. Are you hurt? Oh yeah, I'm bleeding from my back. Turns around, just drenched in blood. I love that image.
Oh my god.
It's actually very Eric.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
Do you mind if I? Do you mind if I?
Oh, of course. Don't mind the sap.
I'll take out one of my others and stab him.
Ah.
Oh, exactly.
It's a pure wound.
Are you sure it's a good thing to do at a dinner table?
I've done it before in worse places.
Fair enough.
You get 9 health back.
Oh, that's more than enough. Thank you very much, kind sir.
No, man.
Raike, was it?
Yeah.
You were the most. I'm just gonna say you're like oh god damn, it's like Charlie. Never mind. No. I'm just to stop myself there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, watching this, we'll look at Riker and ask him, what are these gadgets that you have?
It heals people for the most part.
Oh well, I mean, I heal people, and she like looks down at her hands.
So you cast Cure Wounds on him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, wait. Sorry, I was muted for a second. Do you describe how you did it?
I used one of my syringes. Is basically how I'm flavoring it for.
Yeah.
the
That's
artificer.
perfect. That's perfect. I was gonna say that you used a syringe, so it's excellent you got that out. Yep. Sorry. Continue, Shinari. you.
That's why Shay's asking.
Yeah. Sorry, I muted you guys just for a second.
Oh, okay.
I use
Yes.
magic more as a science rather than a gift from a god or studying. This is how I do
Or
my
blood.
Oh.
work. Or blood. I suppose.
Or
is that what you do?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't get it.
Not many.
I mean, the blood thing. What?
Well. I
Wait.
stabbed myself.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Kimaris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move to whispers.
Oh no!
Oh. Ooh.
He's in trouble.
I'm in trouble. Oh no.
So, you don't know that you can do magic with your blood yet.
Ah. Well, I'm just saying like lightning. I assume that's magic, not just my.
It's
fucking blood.
magical, yes, but you don't
Yeah.
know that you can cast yet.
Right. Well, I wasn't implying that I could.
Okay, fair enough. Good. All right, go back.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Betty.
cannot.
Miscommunication.
Oh.
My bad.
Everything's
So-
alright.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
All up to daisy.
dandy. Up to daisy.
Nobody's gonna be pushing daisies, not yet. Anyway.
Oh no.
Yay.
All right.
Return to your pleasant conversations.
All right.
I think Navit just asked you about the blood. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I stabbed myself and then lightning.
Huh.
What?
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
it lasts for a while, so you still actually do have your lightning in your fists.
Yeah, I pull up my the blood
Oh.
the wound is healed, but it's like I just kind of like. zzz.
You just have like a fork in one hand and it's just like electrocuted.
Yeah. I just take my finger, like put it in like my glass of wine and make it bubble.
Has anyone ever told you that you're fucking weird?
Yes. I think in the past couple days, and where I come from, I've been called a freak, an abomination, a crime against the very moral existence. And
I also did an oopsie on our way here. I duly acknowledge that I made a mistake, and I should not call you by that name again.
yes, fucking call me that again, and you are losing a kidney.
Duly noted.
What did he-
And him saying that, Shay's eyebrows like kind of furrow and she like looks really sad. But then he's just like, I'll take your kidney. And she's like, okay, that's about right. Goes back to eating.
By the way, DM,
Mm-hmm.
would Eric know anything about blood magic from his tribe?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Shay's just like, so you use blood. I use nature. But what is it that you use doctor, what kind of herbs?
I don't use herbs. I use magic, I suppose.
Well, I mean, you do use herbs to make your tinctures.
Yeah. I use some herbs.
Huh, okay, she just like nods.
Chimaris, this is going to be a strange question, but can I take...
What story did you say?
Can I take some of your blood? Just in like a bottle?
Aha. Now, where I come from, when someone asks that, they want to usually bind you to some kind of contract or turn me into a slave. So you're kind of like, probably not.
Or a demon.
That seems quite a
Wait, did you say fucking demon? Did you just say demon?
No, I said I'm not a devil.
Good.
I don't know
Hey,
how to do that.
boss, Jay, you're cutting in and out pretty badly.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Oh.
Do you want to like rejoin the chat?
Yeah, I would say rejoin the chat. It actually might be our rate limiting. It might be the server's rate limiting.
My internet could just be... So,
Oh no, it's still bad.
Alright, well, we deal, I guess.
I'll just be quiet.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. No.
Just
Keep
go
talking.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So, like, my mom told me never give them your blood. Like, it's something that you just got to learn where I'm from. It's like,
Mom always told me.
don't give away your blood.
My mama always told me, never give away
like,
blood.
Is it magical? Like, if I put it on my face like war paint, do I get benefits? Do I know lightning magic?
Ha! I'll kind of like reopen the wound and like split some of my blood in her.
People, what we're eating here?
Come on, doesn't fucking care.
Alright, where does this
I
hit
want
her?
some extra seasoning in my.
Where are you aiming for her?
Roll an attack roll using a dexterity modifier.
Alright. Am I proficient in my own blood?
Yeah, I guess you are. So roll a d20.
16. 16.
16. It just hits. Roll a d6 for me, Kimaris.
Oh no!
I rolled a 5.
Okay, so you hit her in the face.
Yeah. Okay, hit her in the face. That's where I was aiming.
Shinari, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Okay. Alright, let's see.
I have no regrets.
My con's not good. Let's see how that goes. Okay, 17?
Okay. So I rolled a 2 on a d4. So, Kimaris, you take 2 points of what the fuck is anemic damage, and
Okay.
Shay, you made your save, so it's 2 half to 1 point of lightning damage.
Oh my god. How does that look? Does the blood look like it's lightning as he
No,
throws it
so
at me?
a few drops just splatter on your face, and for a moment you're like really offended, and then suddenly it just starts going on your face, and like just like arcs, and then for a split second, Shay makes the most hilarious face you guys have ever seen of it. It's just like.
So after that happens, I think she automatically like closed her eyes, so she's like sitting there with her eyes closed for a minute, and it's just like,
Does that answer your question?
yes, indeed, she can't be mad because that's literally what she was asking for.
Have you ever?
Lovely.
How would I thought?
Do you know a word? Culture.
Culture?
I'm walking up to Shay and I'm using lay on hands. 5 HP.
It's a progress. We're teaching him. It's a progress.
Where I come from, I mean, yeah, it just happens.
He's very not local. Please forgive me.
Very not local. Extraordinarily not local.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Is anybody local here? Just wondering.
Shay is.
I'm from around here.
I am. Albert kind of raises his hand.
Oh,
I mean, you do live
do you
here, so that explains it.
Explaining the local customs.
Well, that definitely was not.
Well, I
him.
believe
What's the
not
custom
spraying
on
blood
blood
into
throwing?
people's faces is one of them.
Oh no,
Taking notes.
no blood throwing.
Especially not at the dinner table.
Do you are dinners sacred for your kinds?
Huh?
Well, where I come from, we nurse ourselves on all that the forest gives us, and the dinners aren't that sacred in itself.
Well, where I come from, when we eat, we do our best not to laugh out loud hysterically, or be a bit disturbed.
Oh, we have that in my culture too.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
forgot
when we
about
eat
that.
things, when we eat, we get to see the damned souls of those who had been turned into like steaks.
That is the problem.
I stepped away and came back at the wrong time.
Damned souls. Do animals have souls?
Well, no. See, where I come from.
Well, of course.
Well, I don't know. But from where I come from, we get our meat, we eat it, and then we get memories of like the last horrible thing a person did. I remember one time, my dad told me like the first time he ever had have one of these steaks. He got it was technically a double murder because a guy stabbed a pregnant woman. But yeah.
Well,
then,
I mean, that's debatable. What trimester? No, I'm not just kidding.
Oh my god.
That's why is it debatable?
We are not getting into that conversation here. I am drawing a line in the sand. I am drawing a line in the sand.
Because we were talking about politics earlier.
Oh god.
What trimester?
Kimaris, I don't know if I misheard you, but did you just say person?
Well, I mean, depends on your purview of person. Like, where I come from, when a real fucker dies, he gets turned into this little grey ball of shit.
No.
And then we herd them. Sorry, ball of fecal matter. And then we herd them up, and we kill them, and then we butcher them. And then some of them we make work as slaves, and then they eventually rise up the hierarchy, and they don't become little balls of fecal matter.
Gray balls are appetizing? What?
Albert kind of pushes his plate away from him.
He's still here?
Yeah, he's at the table. You guys having dinner.
He's been taking notes.
I did not know that.
Just for reference, most of us have known him more longer than the rest of us, so...
Wait, so you're saying that these evil people get turned into steaks?
Well, they get turned into these really bad devils, and then when I mean bad, I don't mean metaphorically bad. I mean they're useless, pretty much.
Don't you think this is a conversation? I don't know, for another time, another place.
I don't know.
It is about steak.
It is. It's a good. I mean, they make great steaks. Really good.
Does the evil
Listen,
taste better?
The kid looks like he's gonna puke his guts out.
It's debatable, but
sorry.
My mother says, if you get one that was a real shithead, then yeah, it's good. But I don't know. I just never really tasted the difference.
Oh.
It's just me, at least.
If Eric would be able to look around, what would he see?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay, that's 10.
10. Shock and awe in everybody's faces.
Okay. Kimaris, I think we did the social
Yeah, what-
tabooing at
yeah,
the dinner table.
Did I?
She's fine.
I'm just trying to think what the hell do we call them? There was There was something.
Make a history check.
Is it? Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I remembered now, but I'll just roll a history check anyway. I rolled an 11.
11? Lemire.
Yeah, Lemire. That's what I call.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's
yeah,
Lemire? I forgot.
Lemire. That's the steak.
Ah.
Oh.
I mean, out of game, they're like the lowest level of devil.
Well, Desta is really interested in the evil fuckers part, but yeah.
So these people get turned into lemurs, and then we turn them into steaks. Well, we don't. The butchers do. Zenny did. He did a bit of his own butchering. Made a mean steak.
I guess quite literally.
I mean, yeah, it did. Yeah, it's funny.
A mean steak, huh?
Yeah.
Well, with that, as you guys conclude your conversations and head to your beds,
With that,
I'm just gonna fucking.
No, can I say something to Elrona before?
Yeah.
That?
Sure.
So she's just gonna look at Elrona and say, "Hey,
She's
you
not
over there, what? Not at dinner?
She's not at the dinner. No.
Oh God. Okay.
Are you not having dinner?
Then she's gonna look at Riker and says, your companion that you came, is she alright? I haven't seen her all day and she's not here, right?
She's like this sometimes. I don't know.
Should we bring her up?
Yeah, Riker, she is like this sometimes.
If you want to walk with me to knock on her door, we may be able to get her down. But
let's bring her up something. I'm sure she should. She's hungry.
Grab her a plate.
better idea.
I'm missing home now.
I guess I'm just gonna keep it steaks. She's just gonna.
Human.
She's just gonna grab like a small piece of each dish and I guess bring it up with Riker and she.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys do find her door. It is closed.
Yeah, knock.
There's no response, but you can hear like Rooney purring behind the door.
Oh. Rooney, open the door, mate.
1 second. Roll animal handling check.
Oh no.
Who?
Whoever said open the door, mate.
Oh, shoot, me?
shit.
Oh, I thought you were saying for Elrona. Okay. Uh-oh. 7.
So, interestingly, because of what's about to happen, for something to happen, you had to roll low.
Oh no.
You guys hear from the other side of the door what sounds like a cat-sized creature pounce onto the doorknob, and then suddenly the entire doorknob, including the lock inside of it, just splits into individual pieces as though magically disassembled and just falls to the ground. And the door swings open with the doorknob and the lock just completely in pieces. Just like...
What do we see inside?
Oh my God.
Elrona is on her bed and she has like this giant like 500 pages book in front of her and she's just reading completely like lost in the book.
Shay just puts her hands up. She's like, oh,
Is Rudy there?
Oh, yeah, guys, hi. Rooney, did you break something? Please fix it.
Make an animal handling check.
Just want to say I fucking love this cat.
He's the
I think
roller.
everyone does.
16.
16. Rooney kind of looks around and then finds a piece of the doorknob on the floor, kind of bats it for a moment, like how a cat plays with a toy, and then kind of like gets tired of it for a moment, turns around and gives a triumphant like tail swish, and you guys see as his tail like briefly, just for a second, glows a very faint green, and the entire lock just levitates back into where it was. It's just like back into place.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rooney. Hey guys, what do you need?
I think Shade takes a couple steps back.
Don't worry. He just breaks stuff and then fixes it. It's very funny. She gives like a fake laugh. Not a very nervous one.
Well,
Please don't hate me.
We brought you up some dinner for you and Rooney.
Food for sustenance. Okay, thank you. She kind of takes it.
Okay.
Rooney jumps on the
Reading
food.
a really interesting book. Oh, Rooney, you want some?
He jumps off.
I guess you don't. Rooney, you're really giving me some mixed up signals. You can have whatever you want. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm sorry for not coming to the dinner. How late is it?
It's late. It's dinner.
It was
No,
in her.
she got lost in the book, so she doesn't even know that.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were asking the
No,
DM.
no apologies. We just wanted to make sure you're all right and get some food in you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's very nice.
Yeah, do you need
Um,
someone to talk to?
No, she kind of looks at you and then she looks at the book like she's trying to tell you to fuck off so she can finish reading it. She's like, no, I'm fine, thank you.
I'll walk away.
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Yep.
Walk out and close the door.
Oh.
Then like I'm gonna whisper to Riker like, did you know about the cat?
So
It was just a normal cat left.
So I just want to point out when Rooney put the door back, Rooney put the doorknob backward. So now as you pull the door to close it, like where it's got the little latch that closes it, instead it's just like tuk, tuk, and you're like, wait, what? And then you open it. So you have to twist the doorknob, close it, and then let go. And then you realize because of the way that the door lock has been mounted, now you can just push the door open, and you can't really lock it. And you're like, oh, right. It's like it's a doorknob that's been mounted on backwards now. So instead of
Shay's just stepping backwards still.
What did Anton say just now? Like,
It was normal last time I saw it.
when was the last time you saw it?
When was the last time
yesterday.
Well, I mean, like, in our session 0, how long ago was that?
For you guys, about a week.
When I worked with it a week ago, I didn't do anything like that. It was just a normal cat. I don't know if something happened. I don't know.
Oh, curious.
It had more intelligence than it is letting on.
Oh, I do hope it's safe.
I'm going to sleep. Goodbye.
Good night.
I like that. Just like instant commitment to go to sleep is like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out.
For some reason, I imagine
night.
him like picking up a briefcase and like swiftly walking away.
All right. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do before you head to bed?
Kamaris would finish his food, clean the table up,
right?
And so he just kind of like do some tidying up, and then
Mhm.
doing his nightly prayers and head to bed.
I guess Shay would want to check in with Kamaris. So I don't know at what point, if you want me to be like down when you're cleaning up or in your room.
Yeah. I mean,
don't
either one, he's fine. So
Okay, I guess she'll come back downstairs and like help you clean up then and everything, and just ask you. So, Kamaris, how do you like it here in our? She looks around. Plane?
Yeah, plane. I'll get you figured out. I'm not really from around here, as in this entire plane of existence.
Yes, but are you okay here?
Oh, it's lovely here.
Oh.
It's not swelteringly hot. People aren't looking at me like they want to remove every piece of body from me and then sell me at a market. And, you know, that's nice. The food doesn't scream at you. But, I mean, a bit of good with the bad there.
Do the people steaks scream at you?
Depends on who cooks it and what kind of steak you get.
Oh, it's like the seasoning screams.
Sometimes.
Oh my god.
She doesn't understand. Oh, that's quite interesting.
I mean,
right.
Yeah, but I do miss my ma and my brothers. Well, at least the two that are on around here, at least.
Of course. Are you always welcome to return there, or is there, as
not
they say,
quite.
bad blood? And she like kind of winks at like your hand.
He does laugh at that. Yeah, well, no matter what, but you see, I kind of got here by making a deal with the devil, you know? Yeah.
No.
The thing is, I guess my dad called him my godfather, but he never liked being called that. So Zenny, I made a deal with him. I have to get him some true frost before I can go back to hell.
Oh. Huh.
And I know fucking exactly what he's gonna do with it.
Is he your god?
No, godfather. If my dad dies, he's looks after me.
Oh,
my
she like
mom,
looks
my
at
dad.
you,
Yeah.
looks at you confused.
My god's Tiamat, but you know that.
Shh. Remember. Shh.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, only person here is the kid, and he already knows.
Yeah, I mean, of course you're safe with me. I have
Yeah.
no judgment. She like kind of looks down a little shyly. I've quite taken light to you.
Oh, I like you
Morris.
too. I mean, you didn't fucking murder me the first time I saw you. Stop.
It was close though. She just like
Yeah, it
finger
was.
guns.
I wouldn't blame you. I mean, look at me. I mean, look. Just fucking multicolored scales. I mean, I was bleeding from the head. Oh, I wouldn't blame you if you killed me. Wouldn't blame you.
She kind of like steps a bit closer to you and just like tentatively reaches a hand out towards your like shorter horn, and she just kind of looks at you for a moment like, can I?
You'll like hold kneel down so you can touch it if you want.
She'll like put a hand on it and kind of like what? I'm not quite familiar with this. Does this mean something to your kind?
Well, it's a horn. I just got weird ones. I've been told they look like a blue dragon horns, but they only have the one. I don't know why I've got. I mean, maybe it's because the tiefling bit, but yeah.
All right. Well, it's getting a little late, and she'll like finish like cleaning up with you and like put stuff away, and she's just like, I just wanted to check in on you because you're quite obviously quite different from the rest of us, and I just want to make sure you're comfortable here with us. That's the least I could
this
do
place
for
is great.
anyone. Oh, okay. Alrighty then.
I mean, yeah, this is the best holiday I've ever been on. First holiday I've ever been on.
One for one. All right.
One for one. Yeah.
Well, you can always come to me if you need anything or
Lovely.
information, particularly about here and people and customs. But I will leave you to your evening routine. Routine.
Lovely.
Okay.
Alright, well, good night then.
And she'll head up.
As you guys head to bed, Dennis, make a perception check for me.
Oh fuck.
Oh no, the bird!
The bird's back.
What do my elf eyes see?
No way.
15. Again.
Well, this time it's not stealthing. So you see right outside your window this massive crow just perched on a tree on a branch, looking into your window as it makes eye contact with you. You see again its two white glowing eyes, and one of them, both of them really, flash red for just a short moment before going back to their white glow. It looks at you for a moment. Yeah. It sounds. It's a very. Wait. Before you continue, it's a very strained, very struggling call as it like. It just barely lets one out. And as you approach the window to try and unlock it and open it, it flies off towards the virgin forest.
I would try to open the window as fast as I can and peek out to just like see where it goes, basically.
Okay.
Or at least what direction.
It is heading directly east towards the virgin forest, but in just a few seconds you lose sight of it as it ducks down into the trees.
I let the window stay open and like go into trance right beside it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
This guy is just.
It was genuinely disturbing, the noise you made.
I know. I want to
good,
help
actually.
that bird.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
DM, can we just assume that I do my prayers every night and you tell me if anything happens, or do you want me to keep repeating it?
No, I will tell you if something happens, which on that note,
Okay.
as you sit... I'm kidding. I just figured that would be a perfect time if I had something, but I don't. Alright.
I'll work on my.
You're working on your new project?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have the parts necessary for it. It's not too hard to come across, and you begin putting it together. you start looking at this project that you've had stewing in the back of your mind for a while now, and you're like, how am I going to do this? You start putting together the frame, the central section that's going to contain the power source and the central glyphs that allow it to take commands from you. And then you think about stability, how is it going to move? And you're like, bipedal might not be the best thing. Maybe flying? No, flying wouldn't really work either. And then like you slowly find yourself leaning towards a more quadrupedal stance, and you're like, looks like this might be the best thing. Kimaris, are you going to continue to try and think about what Albert talked to you about?
Albert?
Yep, when he told you about perhaps using your blood.
Oh yeah, like I would like after my kind of prayers that I do to Tiamat every night, I would and like just try and continue to try and get that same feeling as it did.
Okay. You try and focus on that again, and then you look into your hands and you're this is odd. This is not something that you've really seen before, and you rub your hands together. And suddenly you get the effects of something coming from focusing on your blood. Make a attack roll using your charisma modifier.
Okay. It's 15.
15? As you try and focus your energies from your blood together into your hands. Well, first you sneeze, apparently.
You sneeze.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. Apparently, first you sneeze. And you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. The moment that you sneeze, suddenly a bunch of energy pulls itself between your two hands, forming a small sphere of concentrated fire, which shoots out of your window in the form of a firebolt cantrip.
Oh shit.
Holy fuck! I like look at my hands again, like rub my nose slightly. I'm a magic man!
He just yells this in the middle of the night now.
And Navid.
Like shouting from the distance, "Shut up! People are trying to sleep!"
Navid, as that wakes you up and you're like, God damn it, this guy is shouting. You roll over in your bed and you're like, I'm trying to sleep. You find yourself uneasy. Power is something that helps, that guides, that puts you on a path towards goals, and you have your goals. And there was a time when you would have said you had power. Might not have been yours, but it was power nonetheless, and it was power you could control. And you remember power being linked not so much to a source, but to restriction, that some form of arcane, divine, or even just fundamental restrictions that were placed upon you gave you power. And just kind of think about this and meditate on it over the night, and you're like, oh, wonder how that can be used in the future. Wonder if that can be done without a source. What if the restriction comes from within? And you go to sleep pondering that. Anything do you want to add on that?
No.
Okay.
And we each have our own rooms, right? We're not like together.
Everybody has their own rooms. And with that, everybody take a long rest. And we are going to be taking a 5-minute break.
Yay!
Alright, this is a shorter, I mean, adventure sessions are shorter than most other sessions, so we're just going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be back in 5 minutes.
The only drawings I made during this session are two shit posts.
Actually, let's make that a 10-minute break. Why not? I feel like 5 minutes is a bit short.
I'm a magic man now. Hooray!
Magic man.
I know
Alright,
magic. You just hear.
I know magic.
I'll be right back, everybody.
I'll be also right back.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
What? What'd you say,
Ben
guy?
comes into your room like,
Bye-bye.
you're a wizard, Kimaris.
No.
A hairy wizard.
Everyone busts into Kamaris' room. So you know magic now.
Yeah, comes to the breakfast like, okay, I know magic, by the way. Well, we know.
I'm a magic man.
You're the most fucking magic Shay's ever seen in her life.
Oh fuck! I love Kamara so much. Playing him is a
Good.
delight.
Good.
Oh, it's like being the naive tourist going to fucking like another country. It's great.
Oh gosh, it's the same with Shay. I love how she's like super fucking wise. Like you guys will see when she goes hunting. She's super fucking wise and knowledgeable about like the town and hunting and shit. But like when it comes to anything outside of the town, she's just like, huh?
What you mean? I don't understand this.
Please explain. But she's like super open-minded, so she's never judgmental. That's why she's like become best friends with Kamaris. She just loves hearing all the crazy stuff that he says and has no judgment.
Hey, I
Doesn't
just
matter,
heard 2
though.
seconds of the Lele song. What happened?
The best thing as well, it's mechanically as well because one of the traits Kamaris has is I don't pretend to be something I'm not. He's just very open with what he is. He doesn't. I mean, if people don't like that, then he doesn't fucking care.
And
He is who he
session
is.
0, we were like, don't be like. Aw, poor baby.
Gilmere did not teach him much about the mortal world other than most people are shit, but you shouldn't give a fuck about them.
I would not want
What?
Gilmere for father.
Gilmere didn't like any of the.
No,
the
he liked you
Legends
guys.
Party?
No, he liked you guys. He said most people.
Fair.
Gotta remember, Gilmere was a hermit for a reason. He was a necromancer. Don't forget that.
I think he's the only person that Amara has not taken a shine to in her whole existence. She loves everybody. But she didn't like dislike him, but she was just like, I don't really get that. Just like went to somebody else.
They'll
by the way,
appreciate that.
Maya, what is Shay? I'm not familiar with the race.
He looks like a human.
Okay.
That's all you know at this point. She hasn't revealed anything yet.
Coolio.
Even her besties, who she had her session 0 with, she hasn't even revealed like anything to them either.
And even Kamaris asked, "What are you?"
Yeah, because I don't know what a Kalasar is.
I don't know what a
Good.
Kalasar is either.
Good. You'll find out. Yeah, it's neat. She's just not. If you guys fucking would ask her or whatever, she's not gonna lie or anything. But no one's asked. So
I mean,
you don't know.
I mean,
you don't know
Kamaris
yet.
did ask. He did ask, "What are you?" And he's just like, eh.
Yeah, you just said human. We were asking you.
Yeah, because Kamaris he's never met a human other than Gilmere, and even that's a stretch calling him a human.
Yeah. I mean, even before Tiamat, it was a stretch.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what I was actually thinking. I was thinking pre-Tiamat, actually.
Yeah, he was a guy. Yeah, the whole thing with Gilmere is that he did a bunch of really fucked rituals to become a druid.
Oh my. Well, I don't remember learning about that shit.
I think I did talk about it kind of early on, but like I mentioned, like he had like carving like inscribed all over his body. Like he did that like to himself. Like carved, essentially that allowed him to essentially just tap into like natural forces. But like he was essentially kind of quote unquote punished by like getting essentially rot all over his body and looking like a corpse. But he kind of just embraced it.
For aesthetic.
So
the
self-harm
carvings,
is a family tradition?
Oh my gosh.
Nah, Gilmore's family were murdered by bandits, and essentially a druid. And then like a druid sect essentially took him in, but then he kind of abandoned them after they were like, "What you're doing is fucked, mate. Stop it."
I don't remember hearing any of this. Did you reveal this?
I feel like I think I did talk about it, but
I
don't
talked
I don't
about
think I
it in
did.
like a pre or a post game talk.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't remember
like I
hearing that
did.
at all in
Yeah,
game,
you have
but maybe I'm
talked about it
tripping.
before, but it might have been in a post.
Probably just forgot. Yeah, probably.
It's like me and Extro.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, well, Shay basically she comes from a weird kind of bloodline, but she was an orphan as a child, so she doesn't really know about it. So that's why she's like I'm human ? So she's not like trying to be deceptive. She just doesn't really know. But she can give more details if you so want to know them. But this is all out of game. Your in-game characters have no suspicions thus far.
So, like, for all Shay knows, she's just like a human with special abilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, she wasn't like raised with her family or anything?
When she had her mother and father very young, but they died when she was very young. So they had told her some, but yeah, not enough education that she needs, basically.
Wait, so did she like raise herself, or did somebody else take her in?
I mean, basically, the way that the orphanage ran, she had like this older kid in the orphanage that she kind of took a shining to, and he kind of taught her some. Like that's where she learned like the bow. It was like she was out there with this shitty like homemade like piece of wood and piece of string tied, and she was out there trying to shoot this dumbass bow, and like this like older kid in the orphanage came up and was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" And he basically just like showed her out how to actually do combat. So she has that one close companion. She wasn't really too close to anyone else in the orphanage, but she's pretty self-sufficient.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, a little bit of her backstory. You'll find out more in game.
Find out next time.
Okay, I don't care. Kumaris doesn't really have too much of a backstory. He just lived in hell. Had brothers, had family, got bored, came here.
Got bored.
Not Chris. Luke, have you seen Lucifer, the series?
I have seen Lucifer.
I have, and it is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
It's like Kimari's backstory, as far as I know. Like,
what?
No, it's quite different.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he
but,
just
like how he
he's
has
not
like
banished.
described it. Like, yeah.
No,
I've
Lucifer
been bored,
wasn't
so I went on
banished.
vacation.
I thought he was taking a break or something.
Yeah, Lucifer was the guy in charge of hell,
I'm
and
just
he
talking about
decided to take a
literal
break.
Lucifer was banished from heaven.
Oh yeah.
Lucifer went to shit after season 1.
No, the
Yes.
the most recent season was pretty good in my opinion.
I haven't watched it. They ruined it like
haven't
season
seen it
2,
yet.
I think. Yeah. Just became like a family drama show. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, family dramas are nice.
No, they aren't actually.
Like, speaking of backstories, I told myself to not create a backstory that will fuck me up in the game, and I thought, okay, and I accidentally made a backstory that's easily exploitable, so...
So I'm surprised that Benny bring up like Rooney doing magic just now. It's pretty late.
Are you mad at him?
No, it's
No, because
she
Riker
expected
now
it to be
thinks
first
that
session.
it's like a recent thing.
Yeah. This just wasn't an opportunity in session 1 or session 0. Which, on that note, ladies and
Nobody
gentlemen,
fucked up the check.
yeah, nobody fucked up the check. Which, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Right then. As morning comes, a knock is heard on a door, but the person inside is already awake. Shinari, you hear?
Oh damn! I wanted to get him. That's all right. Yeah, she's very spry. She opens the door immediately, and because she's highly anticipating this, and she's just like, "Hello, good morning,
Lady. I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep much. I was rather excited for this one. Are you ready to head out?
Of course. My boy." And she looks at him. Does she see any weapon on him currently?
He does indeed have a crossbow on him. A light crossbow.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Then she's like, "You have your your choice weapon on you. This is what you prefer to hunt with.
Yes, this is well, it's sort of embarrassing. It's besides magic, this is really the only other weapon that I know how to use. I do know a few simple spells, but I'd rather not set the virgin forest on fire.
She kind of just like nods with looking at her 2 spells. That's quite alright.
Fireball and fireball. How'd you get fireball at level 2? It's like, why does a ranger have fireball? These are questions.
Yeah, she just nods and like puts a hand on his shoulder. How old and tall is he again? So just for reference,
he's 19.
Oh wow, okay, that's older than I thought.
Yeah,
he's like 16. Jesus.
Wait,
he's older
no,
than
hold on.
Shay.
Hold on.
He's older than Shay.
No, he's 17.
Okay, all right, now he's younger.
Right, that's better.
He's 17.
That's more
He's
what
17.
I was thinking.
Yeah, because
Okay.
he just came of age, and people who come of age at 16, he just came of age last year, so he's 17 right now. I haven't described him. So he's the half-orc kid, very handsome, but obviously like very smooth features. Hasn't really seen much trouble, but you can see like some parts of his arms and some parts of his like just under his chin. Seems like when he was a lot younger, probably before he came into the stone household, probably lived on the streets, as far as you would guess, right? Height-wise, he's about 5'10", 5'11".
Oh gosh. Okay, they're about the same size. Okay. They're like the same size and age. Awesome. All right. Cool. Just want to understand. Okay, yes. Then she would not call him my dear boy.
Well, you are 18. I don't think you get to go around calling anybody my dear boy.
Well, I mean, if he's 15, I feel like
It's like, hey kid, not my dear boy, like you're a grandma.
Well, I mean, because she's fond of him, because she's saved
That's
his
fair.
life.
That's fair.
She has a fondness, is why. But yeah, so to say, no, there's no need to be embarrassed. I'm simply asking because if there is another weapon that you desire, I would have no problem purchasing it for you. I know you are no short of wealth. I do not mean to offend. I just mean I would like to treat you this day.
We do have an armory in the manor.
Is there anything else you would dare to before we leave?
I believe Mr. Navid wished to accompany us.
Sure.
Okay. Which
Did not answering my question.
wait, sorry. What would you ask? I thought you said, is there anything else he wants to do before you leave?
Oh no, I said specifically for any other weapon that he would like to get.
No, he seems pretty comfortable.
Before we
Like
go.
he seems pretty comfortable with his crossbow.
Does he have a? I mean, I guess I should ask in character. Do you have any knives or daggers? You often need them
I do have
for
a-
hunting.
Father gave me this, and then he pulls out this small dagger. It is a skinning knife, so it's not meant for like combat, but it could
Awesome, that's
suffice, right? So you just like pockets it. Father did want to teach me how to hunt, and well, you know how that went.
She wouldn't laugh. Yeah, she would nod. And does the dagger look like ornate, like it's like family carved, or is it just like a basic?
No, it's a good dagger, right? So it's well made, but it is very much just a utilitarian skinning knife.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she'll nod and say, all right then. Yes, let's go fetch our friend Navid.
Okay. As you guys head to Navid's room, around the corner, you actually see... Around the corner, like heading towards Navid's room as well, you actually see Erica.
Hello. Oh, good morning, rather.
What is he doing?
He was just heading towards you guys.
Oh, good morning.
Shanari, I was looking for you. I was hoping that you could aid me in our search in the forest today.
Oh, sure. Why not? I mean, I suppose you could join all of us. We're going to the forest today to hunt, but I don't see why we could not search as well.
Yes, I'm looking for, you know, the bird that me and Kemaris talked about earlier.
Vaguely.
Well, I saw it tonight, and it seemed to be in distress. And I would greatly appreciate the help of another.
Is this like a regular bird? Like a, and she like puts her hands out like about like a foot tall, like, and it's like a normal bird, or is this something quite different?
It's an enormous raven.
Oh.
It's magnificent.
Was it a crow?
Crow.
It's a crow, but I mean, like a large crow is called a raven. To be fair, they are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys know this. No, like so ravens and crows are actually from the same genus. They're subspecies of a single species.
I assumed because I'm racist. I didn't know that. But yes, yeah. So she'll just be, oh, sure, we can find this a crow raven fellow. Why not?
Thank you. Let's. How long will this little adventure you're going out take?
GM, how far is the closest forest? Like that's good for hunting.
Well, I mean, it's the Virgin Forest, and you guys only have most of today because at night he does have an appointment with Elrona. But
yeah, exactly. So we can't go all the way out.
You can't go all the way out, but you can head, I would say, maybe a couple miles deep into the forest with no worry about making it back in time.
Okay. She will say just an afternoon excursion. Nothing too extensive, and she like just glances over to Albert. Nothing too strenuous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the best we can do. Okay, let's head out.
Sure, and of course we have to get this fellow back again. Looking at Albert, but I mean, if the rest of the day you would like my accompaniment or assistance in searching him, I would be happy to assist.
Oh yes, thank you very much.
Sure. Yes.
I don't really know this woods in these parts, and you seem to be more capable.
It's pretty much all that I know.
Great.
Yeah, she like chuckles as she like continues. Let's go find the pink one.
Let's go.
Well, you guys are right outside his door, and at this point, he's woken up from the racket. Navid?
Oh, jeez, we woke him up with our talking.
Actually, like, I just like open the door. Like, here's a mess. Like he's like, half naked, but not dressed up yet.
Which half?
Top one.
Okay, good. Confirmed. I do not trust this party.
Oh no!
Smart man.
Child here.
Nah.
The child is the one I'm worried about.
Sorry, you're half a bear. What? What did you say? I didn't hear.
Just like, if not looking the shelf and all that, and like, what? It's okay. It was hard.
I believe we did have the plans to go hunting today, and she again is like gesturing to Albert.
Wasn't that like in the evening?
No, hunting typically is very early in the morning.
Who decided on that?
You did.
I didn't.
You certainly do not have to come if you don't want to. Just why not include everybody?
If you prepared to wait for me for the hour, then maybe.
Have that time though.
No, we don't really have the daylight.
Then have a fun, and I'm closing the door.
Good day.
Bummer.
All right.
Okay. As you guys are making your preparations to leave, you're going down, having breakfast, making sure all your equipment is in order. The rest of you all begin to arise. Riker, you slept rather late because you are working on your project, and you wake up slightly half awake. And you found yourself coming to a point where pretty much all of the internals of your project seem to be complete, and it would be functional. But as with each one of your projects, you take pride in your work, and You're trying to decide on a motif, but you haven't quite put your thumb on it yet. You feel like you want to seek some inspiration.
Oh.
How does Riker get his inspiration from?
It's up to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I had sent you a question.
Oh, you sent me a question? 1 second. I got it.
What the fuck?
Okay. To answer your question that you sent me, yes. And just as you're looking to look for your inspiration, you kind of look around and you notice a map of the world that you've had with you for a while. Something catches your eye. And and ponder it for a second. We'll get back to that in a bit. Unless Riker, is there anything you want to say / do?
I don't have anything though.
Okay, fair enough. Elrona. Elrona?
Yes?
I want you to check your PMs. I sent you something.
Well, if that was a question I could answer.
Okay. As you're looking through your book, right, you kind of fell asleep. It's a pretty large book. It's 500 pages, double-sided, which means it's a total of actually 1,000 pages. But halfway through, about 400 plus in. So it's a collection of stories, right, about different people. And then it comes to one particular story that seems to resonate with you. It's a story of a person that always had a problem with people, always had a problem with interacting with people socially, and it seems like you fell asleep right at the start of the story, and as you wake up with your face like half buried in it and runny on your chest, you pull the book off and it immediately catches your attention first thing in the morning when you're sharpest. Your eyes kind of glance over the words, and it talks about this person who overcame their fear of people, really, and managed to get an entire town's worth of people to work together for the greater good, to fight against a invading dragon, simply by giving one impassionate speech. You find a strange sense of inspiration. You take a point of inspiration, Averiana.
Ooh.
Okay.
You feel inspired. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Shinari and Erika and Albert are currently in the breakfast hall. Everybody else is going about their morning routines. Before you guys head out to hunt, would anybody like to do anything?
No, I think Shay would kind of just be like showing her like morning routine with him. What is this dining hall like? Like, do we have access to the kitchen, or like, is there a staff specifically? Is it like, I forget?
It's staffed. There are people coming in and out. It's like breakfast spread, basically, kind of like what you would expect at a hotel, because there's a lot of people here to feed. You've got all the house guests, and then you've got the staff, and they don't want any discrepancy between the quality of food between anybody, because it's a very respectful area. So it's very much buffet style. It's very much as a table. You go get your food, and then you sit down at the dining table, you eat, and then you leave.
But basically, she was saying like, this is how I do my mornings, and she has like a couple of eggs
like
Mhm.
on toast, and then whatever meat is available, whether that's ham, deer, or whatever. It's very like a minimalist, like menu, not much butter or anything like that. But she's like, you've got to get a hearty breakfast in the morning to make sure you're prepared for the rest of the day. You never know how long you could be out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just like teaching him, and I guess she look over to I guess who else is
It's just it's well, as of right now, because you guys got up particularly early, it's just you, Eric, and Albert, and some servants.
Okay, yeah. Then she'll look over. What do you typically eat in the morning?
Well, whatever is available. When I'm in the forest, it's most likely sap or bugs, or if I can find any flora that's edible.
Mm-hmm. She just knows you. Yeah, she gets it. Okay, quite interesting. Eric, do you have all of the equipment that you desire as well today for hunting? Or I guess more searching in your scenario.
Are you talking to the kid or me?
To you.
Oh, I was assuming you would talk to the kid.
No, we already went through that.
No. Naturally.
With you.
And he just raises his bow.
Oh, all right. For a little bit long range. All right, this will be quite interesting. I like it. All right, let's head out.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else besides the three of them?
I'd say the moment that Kamar gets up, he's going to continue trying to practice with this newfound power he has. He's just kind of enthralled with it, just again and again trying to replicate what he did last night.
Okay.
Navid's sleeping for entire morning.
And whenever he succeeds, he screams, "Magic!"
I would say you don't succeed again at all until the afternoon, just before lunch. You manage to get one more off, and this time you just kind of spontaneously create a very small bonfire next to your bed, and you almost set your bed on fire. You cast the cantrip, create bonfire.
Yeah, first there's mild panic, with there's a fire in her bed, and then screams, "Magic! Hell yeah!"
You just roll on it to put it out because.
Yeah,
like
I'll just take my red dragon hand and just like pat out the fire.
Just like rolling and scream magic.
Magic! Oh, it's magic! It's magic! Oh, ow! Magic, yes.
I mean, it doesn't feel as hot, but you're not resistant to fire, so you still take the fire damage. You're just like,
Yeah, it's still hot, but it's not as bad if I would use my white dragon foot.
Yeah. Alright then. As Erika and Shinari head out into the forest, Erika, make a perception check. Shinari, what is your passive perception?
It is 15.
15. Both of you, well, Erika, what was your perception check?
11.
11.
Yes.
Okay, then I need to roll. Oh, that's good enough.
What the? What?
No, because like with 15, it wouldn't beat a 15, but if it's 11, there's a chance that I could roll high enough so that the 11 wouldn't see it. But no, it's fine. Both of you see it. So, as you guys head into the forest, you immediately see 600 feet before you, in the dark covered canopy area, two glowing white eyes peering out of the darkness, fixated on your position. For a moment it seems it's not real, and then you realize, no, it definitely is. It's just dim. And as you follow their gaze, the eyes seem to be fixed directly on Erika.
Okay, I think first what Shay would do is she would crouch down low into her more stealthy stance and whisper to Albert, "Now, I can speak to you in your mind. Don't be alarmed." And she's going to use her mind link and also allow him to communicate back to her.
Okay.
She's going to...
As you make your mind link and you're communicating with Albert, and you look up in the direction of Albert, because previously you were looking forward, and now Albert's kind of behind you to your left, and you look at Albert and you're establishing this behind Albert with your 15 passive perception. You do notice heading directly in your direction, making a beeline, a smaller, which means that it's probably female, which means it's stronger and faster, a smaller merc deer that seems to be running directly at you, aggression in its eyes, and you notice that one of its eyes is also glowing the same white, but only one. Roll initiative.
Oh no, I don't even get to speak to him?
Oh wow.
Before?
Including Eric, right?
Yes, including Eric.
Wait, did she get her mind link message out or no?
You got your mind link message out while you were saying it, and then once
No, that was out loud. I said,
oh, that was
"Don't
out
be
loud.
alarmed."
Okay, then
And
what,
then I was going to use the mind link.
what was your mind link message?
I was going to say to him, we must be quite stealthy here. I see a quite strange enemy ahead. It might be related to Eric. Is basically like what she wanted. That is all that she wanted to say. But then seeing this fucking deer charging towards her, she just looks at Eric.
Those question marks are
I was
very
right.
suspicious.
The forest is trying to abort you.
Right. Retroactive abortion.
Oh right, I have to do the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the map to something. Let's use this one.
I got a bing 10. Oh wait,
Ooh.
I forgot. This is how the game works. We actually use Roll20 here.
Yeah, come on, guys. I know we haven't played Granada in a while, but it's not that hard.
Where are we supposed to be?
There we go. And that's not far up on us. There we go.
Where are we, DM?
Where are they?
One second.
Okay.
You guys would be somewhere around here.
Okay, awesome.
Do I have a token for? Okay, I'm gonna put Slav down on the board and pretend it's Albert.
Si che bien assis a crow.
Oh no.
It's perfect.
Only humble when people are laughing.
Wait a second, we compensate.
Why do I not have a merc deer? I should have a merc deer
no,
somewhere.
that's worse. That's fine. I'll take it.
Okay, we're gonna pretend that this dire hyena is a merc deer, because I just realized I didn't prepare the tokens for this because I didn't think we'd go into combat. But hey,
It doesn't
here we are.
matter. As long as we know what it is.
Okay, so Erica is about here. Shay, you there. So both of you saw this. It's not a shadow dragon. Don't worry. I know it. The token's a shadow dragon. It's not a shadow dragon. It's just a crow hiding in the shadow of one of the trees. So, let's order the initiative correctly. Okay, so top of the round, this creature.
God damn it, Eric. Just wanted to have a nice hunting day.
Top of the round, this creature disappears.
Oh, God. Okay. It's fine. We got.
The merc deer charges directly here. That's the end of its turn. No, it's one space back.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I notice the merc there when it approaches?
No, Eric, you only rolled 11.
Yeah, I mean like when it's right beside.
Oh, now you do. Yeah, once it gets close, you do, but not when it was further away. And Shay, it's your turn. You're the only right now. You see it. Eric sees it. Albert still doesn't see it. Albert's looking at you.
Okay. Since she already made the mind link with him, she's gonna just continue saying like, "Ready yourself. There's enemies about,
Okay.
and she's going to run directly in front of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
To try to be the buffer. God damn it! I don't hate being this low level. I want to talk to it, but I can't. So, oh no, it probably doesn't know a language though. My mind only works if they know a language. God damn it. Okay. I want to try to subdue it. Can I try to do? What would Shay do? I'm just trying to think if I would want to tie it up or just straight up attack it. What would she want to do? I think she'd want to try to tie it up.
Tie it up?
So I guess can I roll like
It is
a
hostile.
grapple check or something?
I would say grapple is athletics. You can
Which
make.
is not good for me. I mean, it's not bad, but
yeah, you can make an athletics check. I'll allow that.
I'm not strong at all. I have a +0.
No.
All right. Yes. I think she's gonna try to her reaction is to jump in front of the boy and tackle this fucking beast. She's dealt with many of these before, so let's try.
Yeah, you know what? You've dealt with your fair share of Merc Deer. Do it at advantage.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it's better than. Come on. Okay, it was better. +0. Right. So 13.
13.
Yes. Her tackle and rope tie attack.
That's a 12, so you succeed on the grapple. You currently have it grappled, and that is your action. You have a bonus action if you would like to do anything with it.
Okay, I do not have like any bonus action at all. So I guess I would just use my bonus action to call out to both. This is vocally to both of them that are here. I'm not quite sure what's up with this one. Let's try to subdue it and figure out what's going on. And like that's her turn.
Okay. Eric.
Yep. We would have no idea where the bird is right now, right?
It disappeared from your sights. The eyes just vanished.
Okay. He'll rush forward to the deer,
Mm-hmm.
and he will attack with his short bows.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh no! What's gonna happen?
That's 10.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Okay. Does nat 20 hit?
Yes.
Nice. And that's let's see, what kind of damage is this? D8. That's 10.
So, what is your
10
modifier?
+6.
+6. So you rolled a 4?
Yep.
Okay, so 4 + 6, 10, 10 + 4, 14 points of damage. This Merc
what?
Deer... Yeah, because you rolled a nat 20, it's a crit.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So...
And as my bonus action, I'm gonna use the other sword.
Okay.
Well, let's see. You don't want to see what happens first?
Oh wait, something's going to happen?
It looks hurt. It's not bloodied. It doesn't seem to be bleeding. It's a Merc Deer. Merc Deer don't really bleed until you kill them.
Okay. Okay. Other hits. That's 11.
Miss.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then I stand there.
End of your turn. Albert kind of looks shocked for a second. He has his crossbow in his hands and he's like looking around and he's like, where did that come from? And he kind of like moves for a second, kind of like looks at the Merc Deer that you're holding on to that Eric just stabbed once, and he's going to make an attack on it.
Aww.
That would be a... Well, actually, he's not going to make an attack on it. He's first going to look at you, and in your mind, he's going to say, should I shoot it?
She doesn't want it dead, but she also doesn't think that this guy's gonna kill it. So she would respond, "We need to subdue it, at least." So yes, is yeah.
Okay. You said you don't think this guy's gonna kill it?
Uh-oh.
Wait, what?
Do you say you don't think this guy's gonna kill it?
That is what I said.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Albert. Get it.
And I rolled an 8 on the die.
Jesus Christ.
Albert, man, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, I rolled a d8 and I got an 8. No, she just jinxed it. That's what happened. Shay just jinxed it. Shay's like, I don't think this guy's gonna kill it, and she jinxed it.
No, that was Maya. That wasn't Shay.
That's
I
right.
mean, I don't know. I guess both.
Both, probably. So that would be 8 plus, what's his dex modifier? Okay,
Oh, goodness.
so 8 plus 7, so that's 15. 15 plus 4 for the crit, so 19. Yeah, he does straight up kill the merc deer as he aims for a shot, and you see him just like kind of like he's like panicked for a second, and then he looks, and then he finds a moment of clarity in his mind. He gets down on one knee, pulls his crossbow, sighs for a moment, steadies his aim, and slowly squeezes the trigger, and thunk, and almost in slow motion you see a bolt fly out from his crossbow, hit the merc deer right in the side, go through the merc deer, through its heart, and you see its eyes close almost instantly as its heart gets ruptured, and the bolt go clean up the other side and fly past Erica's ear and into the tree behind him.
Shay just is like shocked and nods, and it's like, that's pretty clean, mate. That's pretty clean. That's what we're looking for.
It's that was the most accurate shot I've ever taken. Well, we're still in initiative, but the merc deer is dead, so I'm gonna close that and let's mark this guy as dead. That would be a 21 to hit against you, Eric.
Yes.
What?
The fucking bird.
So,
But why? I
as
don't know.
appearing from the shadows, it comes towards you and again attempts to strike you. That would be 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
As it flies in from above, slashes you in the back, causing this massive gash across the back of your body, and begins to fly off again. How much speed does it have left? Not much. Begins to fly in this direction, but remains visible.
Okay.
Shinari.
My first thing is gonna be like, what is your thing with this bird? Why do you find it beautiful? Do you have some connection to this? Like, should I not kill it?
No. It's clearly in distress.
Bleeding from his back.
Eric
Clearly in trouble.
Yeah.
Eric, what is this bird to you?
This reminds me of the fucking instant where fucking Claremont just cut off fucking
No.
Firefone's finger. Just yeah, okay.
Like, you can see that Shay is notching an arrow right now, and she's asking you, what does this mean to you?
I don't know.
You don't have the time for a full conversation. You can't say that much. It is your turn, Shinari. What are you going to
well,
do?
she's firing.
She's firing. Roll an attack roll.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
No, you're doing the right thing. When something attacks you, you kill it.
I agree. I just don't know what the consequences of this are. I don't know how it's attached to this person.
I don't know
Maybe if I kill
can
the
do
bird,
this,
it kills
but
him.
Can I use a reaction to shove?
No. No, you cannot.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
You cannot use a reaction to shove.
Worth a try.
Okay, that's a 17 to hit.
Hits, roll damage.
No, I don't like this. I don't understand. Okay, he might be a good boy, but no one's telling me he's a good boy. Let's see.
Do good boys stab you with talent? No.
Wow,
They need-
I rolled an 8 on the D8.
Yeah.
Plus 2 is a 10. 10 from my longbow.
You monster.
So, As this bird is flying away from you guys, low to the ground, it turns just for a moment to look at you, to give out another one of its screeches. But just at that moment, an arrow, true to its aim, loosed from Shinari's bow, courses through the air and hits it right in an eye. Erica, which eye?
No! This is what I literally fear.
Erica, which eye gets hit?
Left.
Left. It's left? Is it its left eye?
Yeah.
Okay. Right into its left eye, and it slumps and falls to the ground, injured, but still breathing. Initiative is over.
Well, I want to fucking run over to it, and I guess I would...
You run over to it, and so does Erica.
Pounds to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, actually, Shay would probably first look back at Albert. I think her first response would be to comfort him in whatever's happening, and then second to run over there.
Albert seems fairly fine. He's just kind of like shaken. It's his first real hunting kill. Is kind of like looking at himself, looking at the crossbow, then notices the bird. And Albert does come over with you as well to look at it, but keeps his distance because he's a bit concerned.
Erica
Good.
just scream like, "No!"
What the? So I guess Shay wants to.
Stress.
You said what?
Yes. Couldn't you notice?
What? What? What?
Yeah, you could hear it in its scream crawling.
It's on the ground now, and it's making soft but distinct noises. It's still alive. It's just it's still looking at Erica with the one arrow that went clean through its head, but doesn't seem to have damaged much other than just the eye. And that eye is now like straight up gone. But it is on the ground, hurt. Doesn't seem to have the energy to really fly. And what is your passive perception, both of you? 15?
15, yeah.
15, yeah.
You guys both notice under its plumage, within its chest, a small white needle.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
yeah. I think Shay's run over to it, put over the arrow, another hand
I only hear robots.
on its body to heal. Look up again and say, "What is this bird to you?" As she's ready to like pull the arrow out and heal it if need be, but she needs fucking information.
No, the arrow's true. It went right through the head.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there's a hole in the head.
She's just here ready for healing, but she's waiting for his response.
Erica, what are you doing?
Well, firstly, he tries to like remove the arrow.
Oh my god, I literally just said that the arrow went through the head. It's not in the bird.
I
Where do you
like,
go,
it's
Dennis?
stuck in the middle of the head.
No.
That's a good question.
Where do you go, Dennis?
No. I misunderstood him. I thought he meant that it's like.
Yeah, no. So she's literally over this fucking like body that's bleeding out through the eye, and is just asking you, "What the fuck is this?" Basically.
And by the way, now that you guys are
ready to
this
heal it.
close, this bird is massive. It is a small to medium-sized creature, and it has beautiful black feathers, deep as the night sky. But and it's almost monotonous throughout, and you can see it's definitely a corvid, and you would call it a raven. But I mean, that's really all you can tell about it, other than the fact that it still has that needle in its chest. Did you pull it out, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, as you pull out the needle, it calms down for a bit, hurt, and begins to whimper. And the first that you hear, it gives out a proper call. It actually gives a...
Eric would immediately cast Cure Wounds on the bird.
Shay is just like slowly pulling out her short sword at this point. You've given her no answers, and this thing has caused only harm to you. So she's gonna fucking slay it if you're not gonna say shit.
Well, Shay, it is no longer trying to claw his eyes out. Once
Not
he pulled out the needle.
anymore, but it was.
It was.
He doesn't understand that.
Cure Wounds, go ahead and roll Cure Wounds, and are you going to reply to Shay?
He's deadlocked on the bird at the moment.
Oh god damn it!
That's a nat 8.
Net 8.
So 11.
Okay, the hole heals, but the eye does not regenerate.
He just like holds the bird.
But the bird is still slumped on the ground.
I'm literally holding it. How do you? Are you saying you take it from me? It's on the ground, and I literally have my hands on it. One hand on it. I'm about to pull out a short sword with my other hand.
Well,
do you do anything, or am I gonna slash its neck?
Stop that! Can't you
Why?
see it's hurt? Have you ever seen such a magnificent bird before?
Hold on, let them finish. Keep going.
Sorry.
No, it's quite fine, but it's hurt us. I'm going to end it, and we'll have a nice bird stew, unless you have a reason not to.
I feel a connection to it. I can't explain it.
Gosh. That hits her heartstrings. God damn it, that's the only thing you could have said! Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah, you kind of see, like, her grip on her short sword loosen, and she still has her hand gripping the bird to the ground, but her short sword kind of loosens, and it says, a connection.
I can't explain it. The first time I saw it, I couldn't really understand what it was. I was just amazed by the unique being of it. But during this night, as I told you this morning, I saw the bird and I could clearly understand it was in distress.
Do you still have your hand on it, Shinori?
Currently, yes.
It kind of bends its neck over, its head looking at your hand on it, and it opens its beak for a moment, kind of thinks twice. Instead of straight up just biting you, it just kind of nips at you, kind of like impatiently.
I think...
It seems at the very least slightly intelligent.
Yeah, definitely. I think Shay doesn't want to quite let it go yet. She doesn't want to hurt it, but she doesn't want to, like, let it go because it was hurting her friend. Oh, god damn it. She's gonna try something. She's gonna try to mind link with it. They have to know a language. So she's gonna try to reach out and say, "What are you?" And see if she gets a reply.
Shinari. And Eric looks her like straight in the eye. Give me the bird.
Give you the bird. Shouldn't we like at least tie it up first for your safety?
It nips at your arm again a bit more impatiently this time. It's like trying to shuffle away from your arm.
For God's sake, Shinari. Aren't you a ranger?
Gosh.
This animal is clearly in distress. Please.
Yes, I have seen quite a few animals in distress, and oftentimes they attack, which I'm not quite sure how you haven't seen this pattern. If they're in distress, they need to be contained.
No, they need to be treated and cared for.
I'm not sure if you guys, I'm not sure if this is the best time, but then you guys see Albert holding up from the carcass of the dead merc deer another one of those small white needles.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, Shay will nod, and clearly this isn't nature, and she will hand, I guess, scoop up the bird from the ground.
As the moment that you
hand
release
over.
pressure from the top of this bird, he begins to fly away.
Would I have a time check Hunter's mark on it?
Hunter's mark?
You want to hunt it? Oh wait, no, you just want to find it.
Yeah, Hunter's mark. Yeah, sure.
Nice. And he is
Eric.
goes after it.
What is the maximum range of Hunter's mark?
Wait, there it says 90 feet, but yeah, 90 feet, like the casting area for it.
Okay, and how long does it last? Does it break once it leaves your area?
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Okay, 1 second.
Goodness.
No, that's not what I was looking for, but I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Eric, it's gone now. Do you not want it here?
I want it at peace.
Well, how can we assure that if it's gone? We cannot research it. We cannot communicate with it. How do we figure out what makes it at peace?
Okay, Eric, I want you to make a perception check with advantage because of Hunter's mark.
Yay. Fuck! Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Wow, it's intense.
What?
10.
10?
Yeah, and
Even
that's +5 perception.
even with the Hunter's mark
Yes,
advantage.
I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Okay. You cast Hunter's mark just as it leaves your vision, and then you look around for it. You using the divination magic that you just cast to look around and see if you can find it, but it's disappeared into the canopy, and you don't know in which direction. It's gone.
At this point, Shay is going to put both of her hands onto your shoulders. Not threateningly. She's not like shaking you or anything, but she just wants to make sure that she is square in your sight of vision, in your attention. And she says, "What does this bird mean to you?"
I can't say. Have you ever imagined a bond to a creature?
Yes.
Sort of like a bond you have to a sibling. I can't
Yes.
really explain it, but I can feel how the birds. It's been on my mind ever since the first time I saw it. I know since childhood that.
Back
birds
just
have
to
been-
leave. What's the point?
The point? I don't know.
And she's like, I just wanted to teach him. And she like violently gestures to Albert. I just wanted to teach him how to hunt. This is some other weird shit.
You're a ranger. Don't
Shinari.
you have compassion for the animals?
As you look around at your surroundings, the murk deer that just came up to you, the bird that just came in, you suddenly come face to face with an understanding of something. You hunted twice today. Once to lethality and once to life. You realize that a hunt isn't as monotonous or as monochromatic as you might have previously thought. I mean, you never truly thought that way, but never quite sunk in as right now as you look at the deer lying dead on the ground, and you look at the depression left in the grass by the bird that was just here. You realize that hunting...
Depression?
No, the depression. The depression, not the Russian. You realize that hunting can lead to death, and hunting can lead to life. And you realize that the hunt is less of an action and more of a way of life, or a mode of being.
So, we
Shinari,
learned something.
you take inspiration.
Oh yay! Yeah, she's just gesturing between her and Eric. Of course, we we learned something. We are quite familiar with the forest. But I wanted to teach Albert some skills.
Aren't the skills or the knowledge of keeping the nature at peace greater than the knowledge?
How was this at
To be fair,
peace? There's
if you don't mind me weighing in,
Of course.
I do think I did learn something. I learned precision and determination, decision and decisiveness with the deer. And from both of you I learned something of, I think the best way to call it is compassion with that bird, whatever it is. So I don't think you should be as hard on yourselves as you currently are being. As he looks to both of you. And he lets that hang for a second in the air. And while you guys are both pondering your response to that question, he goes, but that being said, it is getting a bit late and I do have to get back to Master Navid.
Well said, child.
Of
Nari,
course.
Shall we move on then?
I would be happy to escort this young lad home.
I will carry the deer. After all, it's just my lesson, is it not?
Yes, indeed. And Shay is really happy to see him carry the deer, whether he struggles or it's easy for him.
He struggles, but I mean, he gets there eventually.
She loves it. Yeah, she's just like, that's right. That's the strength.
Okay. It's around lunchtime by the time you guys return to the manor, and the deer is handed off to a few servants that will begin skinning it and preparing it. And actually at this time, Shay, you do go along with Albert and you walk him through the process as the servants begin the skinning, bleeding, tanning, and so on and so forth, and he does take quite a few notes and understands the process behind it. He asks you a few questions about your experience doing this in terms of bounties in the past, and they seem to be fairly insightful questions as well, and you have a good time answering them. As it comes to lunchtime, as most of you gather in the lunch area, Navid, Albert comes to you. Mr. Navid, I was remiss not to see you at the hunt this morning, but can I still take you up on that fighting lesson you had proposed?
Of course, yeah. I'm just not really a morning person.
That's fine. We have a training area here.
Oh, well, that's good.
I'll lead you to it when you're done with your lunch then.
Alright.
Okay. So, lunch is simple. Again, as I said, it's good quality, but they have to feed a lot of different people. I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit here. But
wait, sorry, kind of going back on the contrary. I wanted to, if Eric didn't already, I would like to pick up those the vials of the syringes to bring back. If there's anything left.
You mean
in it.
needles?
Yes, the syringes, needles. Those are the same thing.
It's just a needle. A needle and syringe are very different things. A needle.
It's like a blow dart shit.
Yeah, and not even a blow dart. It's literally like, think sewing needle, but without the eye.
Okay, can we extract those?
Yeah, you guys have them with you. You can inspect them if you want to.
I think Shay would just think to bring them back to Dr. Riker, is what I was thinking.
Okay, fair enough. Riker seems very focused on his work. As you guys enter, you begin to see like this metal like construction. It's in different pieces around the room and you can't really make sense of it, but he seems to be fairly busy. Riker, how do you respond?
I mean, I guess we knock. Yeah, we don't just bust in.
Yeah, I'll open the door.
Hello, Dr. Riker, am I bothering you? She clearly sees you working on something.
No, it's fine. It's just a pet.
We've discovered something that's quite...
1 second. Did you just say pet project?
Yep.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Alright,
I had an idea. I
knew what I said.
Huge fucking smile. Thank you.
Okay, you know what? Take inspiration from that.
Yeah, fucking love it.
All right, keep going.
Yes, Doctor. We went out for a regular hunting event, but the animals were not acting quite natural, and we found these in them. And she holds like the needles out too. I'm not quite sure what these mean. Do you have any idea what these could be used for, or if there's like a substance on it or something?
Is it just you that came up here, or is there other people?
Did Eric want to come with me or no?
Yeah, he probably had the needle from the bird. So,
yeah. And what is Albert doing? Is he just following us, or is he going to somebody else?
No, Albert's already left to go hang with Navit for a bit.
Okay, just the two of us then.
You said that this was in the creature that attacked you?
Indeed, it appeared obviously that somebody had perhaps shot or stabbed it into these creatures. I have no idea why. Please be careful with handling them.
Yeah, I can take a look at it. Does Eric look...
Wait, you got out. What'd you say?
Does Eric look messy? Because I know you got hit by the bird, but...
Yeah, he's bleeding on his back again, but...
Again? Always on the fucking back.
Eric, do you want me to
fine.
help
It's
you?
just a flesh wounds.
It's really no problem if you
Oh my god.
want me to help.
Well, I would appreciate some help, actually.
Then yeah, I'll just take his arm, jab him again.
As you feel the cold fluid flowing through your veins, Eric, it almost immediately just flows through your bloodstream into your back, and your wounds begin to heal from the inside out.
and after you heal him up, Shay kind of leans in to Riker as close as he will allow her. I don't know how he's about personal space, but she'll lean in and just be like, "It seems to make these animals quite hostile, which is quite unusual, and they also seem to want to fight Eric." And she's like obviously like nodding her head towards him. I'm not quite sure what this serum is, but it doesn't seem any good for us, at least.
No, it's affected.
I just want to clarify one thing.
You don't hear this, I'm whispering.
Just want to clarify one thing. The merc deer was charging directly at you, not at Eric.
Oh shoot! I thought they were charging at Eric.
The raven or crow, or we'll just call it a corvid. The corvid was going right for Eric the whole time, but the merc deer seemed to just see the first creature it saw and ran right at it.
Got you. Okay, yeah. So she'll just say that, like, they seem quite aggressive. Also, there's this bird that he told us about that seems to be quite aggressive towards him as well. I don't know if this she like is like dangling the needle out. I don't know if this has to do with anything. You are just the smartest person I've ever met. So I figured you might know something.
I can take a look. This is similar to what Vernon told us about what happened at the garrison and
fairly similar. It sounds there are some similarities. I want you to make an intelligence check as you look at the needle, inspect it. So each needle is about 3 inches long, but it is very thin.
Oh wow, they're way tinier than I thought.
An 8. Not great.
It's really hard to tell, but make a perception check.
Are you guys inspecting it like out in the open? Because Elrona would probably offer to identify it.
This is probably in their room,
We
so not
specifically went to Riker's room.
Yeah.
I got an 18 on the perception.
Okay. Because of the fact that your mind is very much filled with mechatronics and you're thinking of anthropomorphology of like different creatures and trying to fit them into your pet project. Can't believe I just said that. You can't recall a lot of information about this type of magic, but then you look at it closer and then you realize there's a grain to the needle. you almost immediately realize that whatever this is, however it works, it's made of birch wood. It's a wooden needle.
Oh, shit.
I'll tell the two people there that.
Okay, we're gonna pause there with that conversation, and we're gonna go over to Navid and Albert, who are currently in the training hall.
Alright, so yeah, what experience do you have?
I killed a merc deer once. I say once, but it was about an hour ago.
Yeah, that was hunting, right? Yeah, ever been in a fight?
A long time ago with other children. Not since I came to this household.
Right, with children. Was it like, I don't know, fists, or did you get serious with blades or something?
It was, make a persuasion check.
Right. Hold on, let me just check my stats. Oh, where is it? Ah! Sorry, I didn't check my D&D Beyond page for so long that it's just reloading now automatically. I mean, if I don't have proficiency in it, it's 15, but I don't remember if I have proficiency or not. Okay. Oh, loaded. Oh, actually, I have proficiency, so 17.
That's what you needed. Kind of goes, well, I am supposed to be learning from you, and I guess I have to be open, and well, in one of the fights early on, I did use a little bit of magic, and it got a bit extreme.
So no blades.
More magic, less blades.
Alright, so let me just say I'm not the best magic. We are going to, do basic sword fighting.
Okay. I want you to go ahead and over the next 5 minutes, I want you to roll 5 attack rolls for me. And what's your AC?
My AC?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Okay.
Okay. So roll them now, or?
Yeah, roll 5 attack rolls.
First one is shit. Let me just check. Where is it? Okay. So first one is 11.
Keep going.
Second one also 11. Not dirty 20. Not 20. And a 14.
Okay. So, here's what happens. Both of you have a wooden sword and a wooden shield from the training room. And with your AC being 18 because of the shield, he comes at you really aggressively, just out of sheer adrenaline. He swings once off his shield, swings twice off his shield, swings a third time, you parry it with your sword, swings a fourth time, and you parry it with your sword again, and he just like gets really frustrated, so he kind of just does something that you wouldn't expect him to do, which is that he pretends to swing, but then he pushes you with his shield, and then he jabs underneath, and he finally does get you in the stomach just with the tip of a sword. If it was a real sword, it wouldn't have even been close to a fatal blow, but it is the first thing that he got on you. And then he kind of like looks really happy. For a moment, he's like, I got you, didn't I? Oh, wow.
Just by luck.
And then
that was a lucky hit.
Yeah, and then this is when you start your 5 attacks, and you're in your mind like, alright, it's time to show this kid what's up. So your first 2 hits, 11-11, just out of sheer adrenaline. He lifts his shield and it goes like boom, boom, blocks off both the hits of his shield, and then a dirty 20 as you hit him right in the side, and you don't hit hard enough to do any damage, but you can tell it hurts. Oof, as he like gets hit. Your next hit is a natural 20.
Punch him back there.
Your next hit is a natural 20. You swing around to the bottom, and you just sweep his feet off with the wooden sword, and he just like falls to the ground, and he like lets go of his sword and just has a shield on him. And with a shield on him, your last hit was a 14. You just step on top of his shield, push it aside with your foot, and you smack him right on the side of his jaw very lightly with your sword. Boom. You would be dead.
And that was not luck.
And he's just like lying on the ground, and he goes, "Ow, right." he's quite terrified. Alright, so I want you to roll for me a performance check and a charisma check.
Alright. Performance, it will be, where is my, I can't use D&D Beyond on my phone, Jesus Christ. So 14 for the performance, and 21 for charisma.
Okay, so
I'm just like, you know the first rule of the combat, kid?
not really, apparently.
Don't get hit.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
It's kind of
also,
harder than it looks.
Yeah, it is, but you'll get used to it. Or of course, if you practice. But also, like, move your legs a little. You're just, like, standing in place. And also, like, try to keep a fair distance between you and your enemy.
Okay, then he, like, starts, like, listening to you going through. Towards the end of your little sparring bout, as you guys are sitting down having some water, kind of like seems to be looking intently at you, something in his mind, looks at his book, takes a few notes, flips to a page, seems to read it for a second, looks back up at you, looks down. Just seems like there's something on his mind.
Care to share what's on your mind?
It might be a bit presumptuous or rude of me, I'm not particularly sure. You don't seem like the type, but by any chance, are you a paladin?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
I'm not very good at fighting. I haven't done it all that much, but I've seen quite a lot of it, and the way in which you fight, the way in which you hold yourself, it's kind of an odd way of putting it, but the respect for which you have for fighting, and the honor and restraint that you show, even to your opponent, it's characteristic of being a paladin. But and I know this is going to sound really weird coming from the one who just had his hindquarters handed to him on a silver platter, but you seem to be fighting with one arm behind your back the whole time, and not by choice?
It's complicated.
I would ask you who you serve, but I think I am perceptive enough to see that might not be the right line of questioning.
Then you're really smart.
Maybe just lucky.
Maybe.
He kind of reaches into his like little bag where he's got a bunch of different books. He pulls one out. I don't know why I carried this around with me for a while, but it's a book I finished a couple of weeks ago. That's kind of why I noticed that you were a paladin. Yeah, maybe it'll help you. And he just hands it over to you.
I take it and just look at it.
It's written in common, but the title says The Oath Swan.
How long is the book?
It's fairly it's fairly thick, but it's not like it. Think it's like a novel, right? It's about as thick as a novel, but as you open it, the words are larger, so it doesn't seem like it's that long of a read.
You will want us back, or
I'm fine. You can have it. I was just curious about how paladins get their ability to do magic, because that is truly where my interest is. And that book talks a lot about how the magic of an oath works, but it really didn't serve me, because, well, I'm obviously not a paladin.
Maybe you get there somewhere, sometime.
Religion and I don't really mix. No offense.
Truly non-taken.
Well, I do have to go wash up and get myself presentable for Madame Elrona. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay, and he kind of scurries off back to his room. Would anybody like to do anything before dinner? Oh, going back to Rika. You guys want to continue that conversation? You did notice it's made of wood.
I was just gonna say that I tell them that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll go inspect it a little bit better by myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Can I roll for
nature check.
investigation? Oh, nature. Okay. All right. It's not bad. Okay. 12 for Nathan.
But Derek would be able to check too.
No, not you, not you. Yeah, there's a reason why she can make a check.
Yeah.
What was your check?
12 for Shay.
12?
Yeah.
Something seems familiar and not at the same time, but you get a feeling that you've come across something like this before, but can't place it.
Okay. She's of the Underdark, and she has the herbalism tendencies of being up top. Does she get whether it's one or the other?
Nope. That's the thing, right? So that's why your mind went to immediately. You're like, did I see this in the Underdark or the
Did I see it up top?
You're like, no, it's like it's something different. It's neither of those things. I will say you rule out both of those places.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah. I mean, she would express the record. She would. I've seen underground, and none of the poisons look like this. I've seen up here, and none of the plants look like this. I'm not sure where this is from. Really hope you would determine it.
I'll take that into consideration.
Such a doctor.
He is a total doctor. Riker, as you get back to your work, you look at it, and you realize that this will take some time for you to decode and for you to analyze. You find yourself thinking, this isn't the time for this. But you do find a small, secure case that you can fit both of these needles into, where they will be safe, and you do have that in your inventory now.
Okay.
Alright then. Dinner comes. Anybody want to do anything at dinner before we move on to Elrona and Albert?
Yeah, just Kimaris will want to go up to the Shay and Eric to see how their hunt went.
Yeah, I also want to ask Shay, how did the hunting trip go?
Oh goodness, she's got something to say about that.
Go.
Yeah, you guys ask.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
Hey.
Kimaris present, by the way?
Did it go well?
Yeah, like Kimaris would have walked up to you and Shay says, "Alright then, so how'd the hunting go?"
We found the
Well,
bird again.
it
Oh,
was
fuck's
quite
sake.
interesting.
Odessa checks his back. What does it look like?
Oh no!
It's got some bandages on it now.
Ah,
Oh,
fucking
not
knew it.
again.
That bird.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what your fucking
Did
fascination
you
with that
kill
bird
it?
is. It's.
No, it
just
seems that we
so our
helped it
innocent
from
Albert
distress.
just some
I'm gonna pause really quick. Do you
Interesting.
guys mind if we extend the session a bit, like about half an hour to 45 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I do because I'm literally getting dressed for work right now, and I'm gonna have to leave in about 5 minutes.
Oh no.
But you guys can still.
That's
just put my
fine. Watch
bed
the stream when you're done, because you don't want to
Yeah.
miss stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Alright, keep going.
It was quite interesting. I just wanted to give him a little easy hunt. Something that is quite large but slow. To hunt. But then we had another person, and she looks over to you, to Eric. And this bird. She's looking at Eric to take it over.
Well, you know the bird we saw earlier today, Kemaris?
Yeah, the crazy fucking bird that stabbed you, and you were like, "Oh, what a pretty bird."
Well, obviously, I told you.
Obviously.
Obviously.
It's a raven. Ravens aren't carnivorous beasts. They are carnivorous, but they aren't hunting for large prey. They're eating dead prey and small.
Well, that bird was like fucking.
No logical reason for a raven to attack us if it weren't in distress or trying to protect something.
But it like sought you out. It didn't. It wasn't like, oh, you're walking on its nest and stealing the fucking eggs. It was like, you were in town buying some fucking supplies and whoosh, stab.
I know.
And Shay just looks very seriously and
It seemed
just over at
too,
some.
but during this last night, I told this to Shay, and I saw the bird in the middle of the night come to my window, and it wheezed, a sickly wheeze.
Wheezed?
Instead of a crow.
Wheezed?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty accurate description.
Yeah,
It couldn't
wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
get
Wasn't
its
too bad.
breath out.
Yeah.
That's.
And I immediately understood that the crow warrants well. So I set out to at least try to find some answers for why this bird have been tried to connect to me.
Right. I don't know about you, but where I come from, birds don't speak.
Did anybody say that the bird spoke?
Well, you said you like get some answers. Like you're gonna go find the bird and ask the question.
Well, you might have noticed, but I'm a ranger, and it's common knowledge for me to just understand how creatures behave in the wild.
We are pretty in tune with the nature. She's like letting the not asshole version. we pretty in tune with.
Okay,
things.
so from
We saw
your
a lot
perspective, yeah. So from your perspective, because I know what his love of bird boy is. What was this bird like doing? Was it? What did it attack? I'm assuming it attacked him again.
Of course it did. And then when I had it, which is not violent, just simply to subdue it, he wished for it to be free. So I'm not really sure
So you let
what's
go.
going on. I trusted him. Foolish.
So you let go of this bird that has been known to attack people in towns.
Yes, I was
not
about to.
daylight.
I was about
Specifically,
to
one
slice-
person.
I was.
Well, who do we know?
Snack.
I mean, it might be just like elves. You know, maybe another elf in the forest is now dead and being picked apart by a bird.
Maybe you should send Aurona out and
Send her out.
Elrona is, by the way, at the dinner table because she got hungry enough to the point where she was like, I'm going to brave the wilds of the kitchen.
Well,
Elrona?
that sounds like a bad idea, but
Is she here?
I don't really know what happened entirely. To be honest, I just thing was attacking my friend,
So you
and I went to
didn't
attack
find-
it, and he was opposed. I was quite.
well, it all seems so strange. A large bird with quiet, glowing eyes, and these mysterious circumstances.
I assume you didn't find any answers then.
So you don't know it? She like
I might
yells
not
at
have
you,
found
Eric.
answers, but I found solace in that when we took out the needle, as we had talked about
The
before.
needle?
Yeah, it was a needle, just like
What
the one that
needle?
we. Do you remember when we first met up? And is it the governor or what's the name of the guy?
Baron?
Vernonstone, Baron Vernonstone.
And the Baron talked about what had happened to his son.
Very different needles. That was a large wooden twisted kind of like a foot long thin needle that was inserted.
You said
into
it
an
was
arm.
5 inches.
Foot long?
Sorry, half foot long. My mistake. Half foot long, like a Subway 6-incher. That long, right? So it's not actually 6 inches. It's a Subway 6-inch, which means it's 5 inches, right?
Wow.
So it's twisted long wooden needle, and it's 2 wooden like rods that have been twisted together into a point. This is slightly different. This is 3 to 4 inches of just a small white wooden like sewing needle, just without the eye.
I mean, they are both pointy wooden things
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
have been found in...
but fairly distinct from each other.
Okay, so Eric wouldn't be like mistaken and just assume they were like the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he would draw a connection, right? And
Yeah. Well, yeah. He would definitely draw a connection. Well, he didn't say that it was similar to that kind of needle, and that they found it on 2 woodland animals.
Shay's a little confused at like all these events. Right? She's like
When
slowly inching her way into Odessa's reach. She's slowly moving towards comfort.
I just find it crazy that after being attacked at this point 3 times by this bloody bird, that you're like, oh, it's such a beautiful creature. My understanding is, when a creature attacks you, it's usually got some reason to do so. Yeah, fair enough. But from what I understand, this thing has no discernible reason why.
Exactly.
And that concerns me.
Exactly.
How is that exactly? It's why would you let it go then?
Because it was
Eric
acting...
was like trying to. Would you mind showing me your back?
Of course, and
it seems to have
like
some.
Stones.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, as far as you can see, he has a large like hole in the top of his back. It's like a hole. You notice that something have been like pierced.
What do you mean a hole? Like
Not a
like,
hole. He means a wound.
Yeah, wounds, like a round scar.
Oh my god.
Listen, there's a language barrier, all right?
I get you. Yeah. Just wanted to double check. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
And then it would be like, I guess, 6 times 12 like scars from claws, going from like diagonally down his back.
Well, Scar is pretty generous. These things are very fresh.
Yeah.
No, you use cure wounds and magical means of healing. They're scars.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shay just gasped.
It would be kind of light. I guess the not like Riker magic curing would have happened to the.
I would say Kimaris and Shay. Kimaris mainly because you have claws and you grew up in hell. Shay because you're a ranger. I want both of you guys to make your choice of survival or nature check.
I'll make a survival.
Or investigation. One of the 3. Survival, nature, investigation.
I'll make survival.
Okay, let me see.
Wait, who is making it?
Only Kimaris and Shinari.
16.
Okay. Shay?
I closed everything out, so I have to look.
Do you want me to check your stats?
I mean, I'm. Well,
What did you roll on the die?
I just rolled a 16.
Okay, that's good
And I
enough.
know
That's fine.
Your
I have a
survival
good-
is
I
a
have a
plus
good-
5 and nature is plus 2.
Yeah, no, you rolled a 16. That's fine. The DC was 16.
Okay.
So no matter what
Okay.
you add to that, it's fine. So
Okay.
you guys both immediately notice something odd. You've seen like talon attacks before and like claw attacks before, but you look at this and you realize that the wound channels are shallow. From the angle at which it approached the wound to the angle at which the claws were digging into the flesh, you realize that almost at the very last moment they were diverted so as to not go as deeply into the flesh. The attack was deliberate, but the attack was made to inflict as little damage as possible.
Yeah, seeing this, like Kamara is like scratching his head, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This makes
Shay,
no fucking sense.
Shay would. I assume it's like holding your. What do you wear? Off of your back or whatever? What do you have?
Jerkin.
Like a mantle, basically, a little fur coat.
Oh, okay. So
Wait,
she
you're
will,
just like bare chesting and fur coat? No jerkin, no shirt?
Why not, bro?
Okay. I'm not gonna judge. Alright, keep going.
Yeah, Shay will just like gently place a hand and like trace hand over these. Does it feel like it's just like a natural like raising of scars, or does it feel weird?
It doesn't feel weird at all. It just feels like wounds that have been healed via magic. But because of the fact that the wounds are fresh, you can very clearly tell that based on the angle at which the claws entered, if it wanted to, it could have done a lot more damage.
Alright. I don't know about you, but I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna find this fucking bird. Now we're either gonna make this a pet or we're gonna eat it.
We're able to injure it, so it's not. It's not
good. So then we can cross.
unhittable.
Yeah, so we can cross out Forest God then.
We were able to hit it, but I don't want to bring it home, and neither does Eric. I want to figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Well, I'm not sure you have the time. The Lord's coming back tonight, if I'm not wrong.
Tomorrow morning.
Right? Yeah. Oh, tomorrow morning. And I assume we'll be leaving on our quest soon after.
As you guys continue discussing that, I'm gonna cut over to Elrona. Elrona! Averiana! Averiana!
Yeah?
Oh, hey, there you are. Were you here just now? I was calling out for you.
Yeah?
Oh, you didn't respond. Okay, so Averiana, while they're having this conversation,
Give me like half a second to respond.
So
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay, see ya. Bye, Maya. As they're having this conversation, Albert comes over to you and goes, Madam, are you ready to head to the performance area? Where are we going, actually?
No.
You're not ready?
Nope, I need to read my book again. She leaves for her room.
Wait, and he like chases after you, and like he's like, wait, but
on?
we're supposed to go to the performance area. I'm supposed to shadow you.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a quick reader.
How long will you take to read?
Goodbye. She just runs off to her room.
He's following right after you. He's not letting you just run away from him. Besides, he knows the house pretty well.
Small human, why are you following me?
Well, first, I'm not particularly small. About as tall as you.
Look, Rooney can go with you. I want to read my book again. I'm trying to understand it. It's very weird.
Okay, maybe I can help you with that instead.
You wanna help me read?
No, you said you want help understanding something that's weird. It's kind of what I do. I understand weird things. I just really want to see what you do and learn, I guess.
Okay, I'll give you the book to read, and you can tell me what you think about it.
What is the name of the book?
I don't know. You never told me.
No, well, I mean, it's up to you.
I have no idea about book names. Just something random, like collection of stories from Granada, something like that.
Okay, we'll say we'll call it the first short story collection of the World of Granada. He looks at it. He kind of pauses for a moment. He goes, "1 second," and he like opens his his bag, and he pulls out the exact same book.
Oh, you have it. That's cool. I can read both of those. I can read 2 at the same time. That would be so cool. But doesn't matter.
I don't think it does, but
Does anything?
some things do.
Really? What matters?
Well, what part of the book are you reading right now?
The part about the guy who talks really good.
Right. What was his name again? Shucks me.
I don't know. I just know he speak really good.
I'm coming up with a name right now. Give me a second. Shh. This human, Clint Nodgers.
Nodgers.
Clint Nodgers. If you get that reference, you are on a different level. All right. Anyway, he's a. Some people call him a bard. I'm not sure I agree, but yeah, he does. It's quite an inspiring story. That one actually helped me
Wait, he's
get
still
out of my shell.
alive?
No, I think he's pretty old at this point. If he was still, I mean,
But
he's
still alive.
human. No, he's human. If he was still alive, he'd be really old at this point, and I don't think that's particularly possible.
Okay, that's good. I don't like him being alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible, but it's also not very possible. But what part of him are you having trouble understanding?
Well, he speaks really good. How come?
Do you want to look at one of his speeches?
I read one of his speeches.
Which one?
It's in the book. It was very impressive. The one when he unites the town folk to fight back.
I actually found that one quite interesting.
It's such a moment.
He sits down on the floor of your room and then pulls out his book, and he flips to the page with the speech in it, and you notice now that he's made with a quill. He's made these little markings and this entire area in this book. Right? He's had these little
you can
notes.
write in book. I never figured out.
I mean, it's as long as you don't mess it up and you can't read the original text, I think it's fine. But here, you see, I made a note here. It's quite interesting. He basically, before he began his speech, based on what he says at the end, you can tell that he's already figured out that the problem that the townspeople had with each other was based on nonsense. His entire speech was based around just making them come to terms with the fact that everything that they thought mattered to them didn't actually matter, and what they thought mattered to them, or what they thought didn't matter to them, was what actually mattered.
But nothing matters.
Well, he proved that some things do matter. Look at this, and then he kind of shows you.
I don't like that.
Well, that was the basis of his speech, you see.
So you're saying he speak good because he think good?
Not really. You see, I think at the end of the day, it's hard to know whether or not he was actually right. In fact, I mean...
Oh, I see.
Look at this, right? And now, today we know, he says this here, that this person, whoever he was, this Winston, didn't commit a crime. But later on in a different short story, as he flips frantically to a different part of the book, you can see that he did commit a crime.
Story with him?
It's not about him, but it's about the person he was talking about. And you can see that that person that he said didn't commit a crime did actually commit a crime. And then he flips back to the speech page, and he's like, So you see, he wasn't always telling the right things. In fact, sometimes he might have even known that he was saying something wrong. He might have been lying. But I think that wasn't the point. The point was that the way that he phrased what he was saying, the way that he spoke, I guess a simple way to put it would be the eloquence of his speech just led people to believe him. And that gave him power over, well, people.
That's a very interesting idea. I like how you're looking at this. It's interesting. Well, if you want to learn something, I have one job that needs to be taken care of.
What's that?
Well, Rooney kinda stinks, and I need someone to give him a bath, so... You look like a volunteer.
Make a persuasion check.
Just 9.
9?
No, I will use my fucking inspiration.
Okay.
I want this guy to die to Rooney. Okay, natural 20.
Okay. Well, I guess I should really learn and...
Yes, yes, give him a big wash. He for sure does not hate water, just have fun.
Okay. He's going to roll an animal handling check. Natural 20.
If he manages to wash Rooney, Elrona is just gonna worship him.
He rolled a natural 20. So now I'm going to roll for Rooney a d2 to see if Rooney likes it. So, heads, Rooney likes it. Tails, Rooney hates it, and this might be the last we see of Albert. Heads. So, a short while later, you hear panic shouts coming from the wash area, like the public bath area, as it seems Rooney has somehow escaped. And throughout the rest of the night, Rooney doesn't really return back to your room, but instead stories are told of this night when this ginger cat was just walking around the halls, very triumphant, really fluffy from being washed and like ruffled up and dried, with like twice the amount of fluff that Rooney normally has. I mean, Rooney already has a lot of fluff, but this time it's like straight up like a lion. And in fact, you know what? Riker, as you're working on your machine and then you hear a sound outside your door, you open your door and you see Rooney walking past you with like the hair fluffed out like a mane, like a lion, as he looks around and looks at you. And you're like, huh. And then you start taking notes on like how he walks and how his gait is and how his tail swishes back and forth, and you're like, good material. And you close your door and get back to work.
Okay.
Navid, as
Yes.
night comes to you,
Oh no.
you're sitting in, you know, it's kind of interesting. You used to do something else every day, but now you meditate simply as part of a ritual. Routines have their place, even though this particular one didn't serve a purpose anymore. You think back to what you thought about yesterday. There's the book next to you that Albert gave you. Seems to draw your attention.
Yeah, I'll pick up it and start reading.
You slowly realize that this book is teaching you nothing that you didn't already know before. A paladin's magic, a paladin's powers don't come from knowledge, don't come from a contract, or even faith, really. Restrictions are placed on a paladin from a higher power, and as long as the paladin adheres to these restrictions, the restrictions themselves create a change in the weave of the world around you and allow a paladin to control magic. These restrictions are in the form of an oath, and an oath makes the paladin, not the god, not the faith, not the temple, not a cleric, but the oath. And although you already kind of knew all this, you're just sitting there and you're going. You find yourself at a crossroads. This is the path you wish to take, and the question lingers on your mind. Erica! You hear tapping on your window.
Oh. He immediately, like...
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
Can you see, like, from the center of the room, like, can you see what's outside the window?
You do indeed see a plumage of black feathers. A long beak.
He jumps to the window and, like, tries to open it up so fast as he can.
It does open up. And the bird doesn't quite come in yet, but sits there, just on the periphery of your room. A single black eye with a small red glow now, looking at you intently. Just gazing.
Eric would slowly move towards the bird.
Okay. Kimaris, in your room, I'm focusing on your blood again.
Yep.
And you're trying to get that magic to emanate from you one more time. Look at your fingertips. Specifically your arm, your right arm. What color are your arms?
The way I had it in my head, his left arm would be black, his right arm would be red.
You're looking at your red arm. Look at its fingertips. Then you focus once more. And just at your fingertips, the skin begins to warp. And scale begins to form. Slowly hardening. And it's hard to keep the focus, but you concentrate. As the scale begins to work its way down your fingertips. Riker, as you begin assembling the chassis of this creation of yours. Different runes intersect with each other. Different parts of the plate, different parts of machinery begin to connect with one another in these interesting proportions. You fine-tune the joints. The gate seems to work perfectly. The power source is stable, holding. And you find yourself just on the edge of completion. Just needs a finishing touch, a motif. People underestimate the value of aesthetic. Eldrona. At this point, Albert's left. It's quite late. But you find yourself dissecting every speech given by this character. This Clint Nodges. You realize there's a structure to it. You realize that the truth or lack thereof is irrelevant. The only relevance in his eloquence is the delivery of an idea. The dissemination of a seed of information that blossoms into a flower of action. You realize that you can bring change about merely through the use of words. And you find this power freeing. Odessa, kneeling in your room, praying, you feel a reassuring hand on your shoulder. Slight push from left to right. Not quite sure what it means, but it's not a presence you felt before. You look up to see if there was a hand on your shoulder and you see none. Blink once, twice. Kind of. Not sure what that was.
Can I tell if it was Asuran or not?
No, you can't tell. Navid.
I'm here.
You find yourself asking yourself one question. One important question. Do you desire?
Yes.
Do you desire power?
Yeah.
You come to terms with what you must do.
Well, I already have them.
Erika, the bird flutters in through the window, landing, standing tall, looking at you, wings folded, one lone eye gazing at you, emotions unclear, reverence, no, gratefulness, maybe just a little bit. You sense intelligence, and you sense in this creature the same thing you sense in yourself. Curiosity and a draw of a soul bind of destiny, and you feel within yourself a connection to reach out, the potential for a bond. And you ask yourself the question, do I wish for this?
Absolutely. And he caresses the birds.
It allows you to do so. Chimaris, your blood begins to boil. You've taken damage before for the sake of power, but this time it's as if your very genetic makeup is being altered by what you've received as a gift from your heritage. To push or not, the question is yours.
Sorry, what was that?
To push or not to push the boundaries of this.
Oh, yeah. Commands to break them, if they can.
You push. You take 3 points of lightning damage. Odessa, nothing more really happens to you this night. If you wish,
I would cast Detect Evil and Good
you
after I feel
detect
the thing.
nothing.
Okay.
If you wished, you could find a night's rest.
Just now I asked, do I know whether it's Asran or not? You said I don't know, or do I know that it's not?
You don't know.
Okay, then I'm going to pray, was that you? And flip a coin.
You flip a coin?
Mm-hmm.
As you flip a coin, the window opens and a wind tosses the coin against the wall, where it smacks into the wall, leaving it directly in the wall, halfway, neither side facing up or down, vertical.
What the fuck? Okay. She's just gonna spend the whole night thinking about this.
Riker, your creation, it's almost done. All you need to do now is power it and name it, for there is power in a name.
I'll name it Ramos for now.
Remos, after the capital.
Yeah.
Comes to life, two glowing eyes. Stands at its full height. Looks down at you. An automaton of metal and magic. Fully at your beck and call. Elrona. Make an intelligence check.
$22.
You find yourself in an interesting fervor. This is not normally your season, but interestingly enough, you found a way to engage yourself so violently, so completely in this one path of understanding that seems to have garnered all of your curiosity, all of your attention. And you feel confident to have dissected the entirety of the makings of a speech. And you get the feeling that you too could wield the same power as he of the story. Kimaris, pushing the boundaries, your skin begins to turn. You feel the pain. And this time beginning from your neck down, your neck up, and your right hand in, as you pierce your flesh and let the blood flow, taking less damage than you normally would. Blue scales form the entirety of your body. Your head shifts and contorts, the bone structure changing as you get on all fours, your entire form enlarging just ever so slightly. Pain takes you as joints creak and bend, as bones enlarge. You find yourself morphing, heaving and howling on the bed and on the floor, because, well, you kind of fell out at this point. You stand, taller than you've ever been, a good foot taller. You turn to look in the mirror, one of the few large mirrors, and you see yourself. Almost looking like a blue dragonborn, but not quite. Leaner, stronger, more powerful, the same lopsided horn, completely blue. Your clothes ripped to shreds. Thankfully, it's just your night shift, but look at your arms. Claws brimming with lightning. Both arms and legs. And you feel an equal sense of fear and excitement. Eric, your bond begins to form. You find yourself needing one last component to complete this bond that you have begun creating with this creature. It's something to seal it, something to set this in stone. Ask yourself, I'm not quite sure what it is. Then you realize your companion has never had need or use for a name before, but now it does. Looking up and locking eyes with you, what will you name your one-eyed raven? Wooden.
Nice.
So it shall be.
Nice.
Navid.
Odin.
A familiar feeling takes you, a feeling that you'd wished you never had before, ever again. You feel sick to your stomach. immediately run to the window, open it wide, lean over the balcony, and you retch, you puke. Everything inside your stomach regurgitates itself as you release whatever ill feelings you have towards this sense that you thought you'd lost once long ago. It being irrevocably associated with your misgivings of your past. Because what you feel now is, for the first time in a long time, divine restriction. Unrefined, undefined as yet. But as the initial nausea passes, you realize, wait, this isn't coming from a god. This is coming from within, from your own soul. In that balcony, standing over the edge, hands on the railings, you look up into the night sky. And you feel hope. What if it's just the oath that provides you with the power? What's to say you couldn't just make an oath to yourself? You think. You ponder. And 4 tenets form themselves in your mind. You enter a discourse with your own soul as it prompts and expects response. The first prompt is such: fate is a fickle mistress. It waits for your response.
I'm sorry, I'm stressed. Tempting to strangle her in the service of a deity that once destroyed me. I would divine no more.
You let the words hang in the air for a moment, whispering them, kind of almost scared to the air around you. But a second prompt revealed itself. Lie only to others.
I sometimes bend or break the truth for my own gain. Being alone in my plight, I cannot make an enemy of myself. I deserve the truth for myself. Always.
As you find the confidence in your own words, your soul returns and retaliates with the same strength, the same confidence, the same volume. Never again a prisoner.
I was captured and incinerated once. Never again can I let this happen. Death before bondage.
Never again a parishioner.
I have had my fill of gods. The one I served helped me. Not in my time of need. I shall treat them all in kind.
You let the words hang for a full second, a full minute. You feel the bind of your oath begin to take hold over your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. You feel strength similar to the divine strength you once held, but different, unique, personal, as it grips you, and you fall to unconsciousness right on that balcony. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session, and everybody's level 3.
Oh. Fucking hell, man!
It's so good. I love it.
Man, it's session 2. We're already in this shit.
Fucking hell, man! That was so good.
God.
Yay!
But yeah.
Oh, by the way, Benny, I changed my mind and want to be a Horizon Walker instead of a
I will kill you. I'm gonna end the stream really.